Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Alley Top Files. And today we are going to be talking about a couple things, but I have a special guest. So let's start right off with that, right? Welcome, Chris, Mad Max. Hold on. There we are. And welcome my special guest today, Love and Compassion. Are you here?
I am here. Hi, everyone.
Hello. Hopefully she's here. If not, she has to log back out and come back in. Are you here? Nope, she has to log back in and we will see her in a few moments. Well, today we are going to be talking about a couple things. We're going to probably start off with, well, we got some Victor Marks discussion, right?
Yeah, we have some stuff to add on Victor.
hmm
And
I'm a bit taller than you today because I'm standing.
yeah, so we made a changement to our studio setup. We got a different table. It's an electric table which goes up and down.
Yeah.
So I'm actually sitting on a proper chair and Allie's standing.
Yeah, but if I want to sit, ow, I just hurt myself. If I want to sit, I'll sit, and then I'm much lower.
We'll have to
Oh
lower the
my god, I
table
look
then.
like a midget. Okay.
We'll have to lower the table.
So, yeah. So I'm taller than Chris today for the first time. For the first time in forever. Okay. Oh, here she is.
Did she come
Hello.
back?
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Welcome. Welcome. How are
Thank
you?
you. I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. I'm so excited that you're here. Literally.
Me too.
I
Me
am
too.
going to put the comments up on the stage. Waiting for everybody to come in. Hello. Yes, and I used to live in Detroit, but and he was also in the States as well, but I do live in Canada now, if you're wondering. Happy Pastor Sunday. Yes, thank you. Hello, Suzanne Truth. Just waiting for everybody to come in. Debbie Smith. Debbie, I don't have a poll today unless you guys want me to make one. I don't know. Keats is here. Penny's
Oh,
here.
and we should actually wish all our friends a happy Memorial Day
Yes.
weekend.
It's tomorrow, right?
It's this weekend, I believe.
Yep.
So happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody.
Yes. I am taller than Chris today because I'm standing.
Make
Okay.
sure you eat good this weekend, drink well this weekend, spend time with family, and just have a
Yes.
really, really good time. I know it's
So-
almost over, sadly, but
Yeah, so my special guest today is Love and Compassion One. If you follow her on X, I can pull it up here. I'll put it in the chat. So some of you might know her. Why don't you tell everybody where we can find you? Is it just on YouTube?
Basically, yes. My ex account is just for checking the news and what's happening in the world, but it is Love and Compassion One as well.
I'm trying to find you here.
gonna
I'll
try
pull.
to bring up your YouTube page, love.
I'm gonna try. I don't know why I'm in studio. Anyways, as we do that, I have it's in my description as well. So if you just go into my description, you'll see her video link there, and I'll try to pull it up sometime in the show while I'm doing something else. So we got a lot to talk about, right? Right?
Yes.
Love and compassion. Yeah,
Yes,
we
we
got a
do.
lot. Okay, so let's start with something that Chris was playing on the weekend. It's just it's unrelated, but we'll start off with that. You want to lead us in, babe?
What is it? I've found a lot of things in the last week. I have no idea.
It's God Bless America. God Bless America.
Oh,
The video that you gave me, and then I
is
found, and then I
is that
found,
about the song?
yeah, and then I found the song, but the video. I'm gonna play the video of the rabbi.
Yeah. Oh, you're playing that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Don't really know what to say to actually lead it in, to be honest.
Okay.
The song and the video are two little different things. The song was actually surprising. We found a very, very common and patriotic song that happened to be written by our friends overseas, which was very odd. We didn't know that. And the rabbi that speaks has some very interesting things to say, and I'm pretty sure we will disagree with a bunch of it.
We might.
We might,
We
yeah.
might. I'm just letting people join in, and I don't know if Baron is still on. I apologize
I
because
believe he's
he
in.
runs long, right?
Yeah, I think
He
he's in
runs
super
long.
chat mode now.
Is he?
Yeah, a
Okay.
couple people said they hopped over. So
I put her link in the chat here. Did it come up?
Loves, yes, that is it there. Yes, that is her
So
link
that
there.
is her link there.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody. Go follow her. Please give her a sub. She does amazing research.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm gonna start off the show with Mr. Rabbi. I can't pronounce his name, but you'll see it on the screen.
I believe it does come up.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, my fellow Americans. What a privilege it is to pray with all of you on this beautiful day. In 1893, a young Jewish boy in Russia watched as his village was burned in a pogrom, the flames destroying his home, reflecting the fires of Jew hatred that fueled this evil assault. Flames he would never forget. Soon after, his family fled to the freedom of the United States. As he grew up in America, this young man, Irving Berlin, discovered a talent for singing and songwriting. While serving in the U.S. Army in World War I, he composed a song expressing his gratitude to the country that had given him refuge. But he put the lyrics away and they remained unsung, unknown for 20 years. Then, in 1938, as fascism spread across Europe, Berlin resurrected his composition. It was sung live on the radio and quickly became one of the most beloved songs in American life. Eerily, as was later noted, that broadcast occurred the day after Kristallnacht, the night of broken glass when Jewish homes and synagogues were destroyed across Germany. At the very moment when darkness deepened abroad, America raised its voice, united in the song that Irving Berlin wrote. That song was God Bless America. But God Bless America is not simply a song. Its opening lyrics tell us what it truly is. They read in part as follows. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God Bless America is a plaintive prayer to God that America continue to be blessed. To sing it is to echo the voice of King David, the sweet singer of Israel, who prayed, keep me as the apple of your eye, protect me in the shadow of your wings. Or in the original Hebrew, Shomreini ki ishon bat ayin, b'tzel kinafecha tastireni. In the years that followed 1938, the prayer that is God Bless America was carried by American soldiers who defeated evil, liberating Europe and the world. And it is a reminder, as hatred of Jews makes itself manifest again, that anti-Semitism is utterly un-American.
Was it?
Okay. Did he say apple of my eye?
Well, yeah, and the part which sort of bugged me there is he was, in the rise of anti-Semitism, and it's anti-American.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know. See, I love the song. It's very patriotic,
I
right?
love God Bless America. I love that song.
I love the song.
Mhm.
However, seeing how it was sort of created on the backbone of what I'm going to say is an alleged agenda to migrate to the United States. And I find it interesting that the song didn't come out. Well, it came out, but then was hidden until after World War II.
And 20 years it was hidden. Yeah.
It was hidden.
Yeah.
And then released after World War II when there was a lot of immigration coming to the United States.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of Jewish immigration coming to the United States, and
Yeah.
not just regular people. Like, we got to see some very serious people come, like the mob, um, and our intelligence agency from overseas as well.
Mhm.
That was all sort of created, and that came too, right? So,
We're just showing that this, has been going on for quite some time. It just didn't happen yesterday. So, I like they're asking what does he make this connection?
because of the author,
Yeah. So
it's the author who wrote that song, and so
I'll show him in a minute after this clip is done.
yes,
Okay?
yep, we can finish it off.
Okay.
The power and popularity of God Bless America reveals to us that America's passion for prayer and its love of liberty are always intertwined. From when Americans prayed on this day 250 years ago to World War II, when General Patton's 250,000 troops asked of the Almighty that armed with thy power we may advance from victory to victory, to September 11th, 2001, when Republicans and Democrats joined hands and sang God Bless America over there on the Capitol steps in one of the most poignant acts of prayer in American history. To sing this song is to be reminded that America's story is unique. May God bless all of you, and may God continue to bless America, land that we love. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, I feel the need to point out that America's history has nothing to do with that dude with the hat, or where he came from, or where he was born.
Well, he's trying. Okay, so this was just recent, that video of the rabbi, and he's. I guess it's because of Memorial Day and
Probably.
the song, and how it's connected to Ivan Berlin, who's a Jewish immigrant born in Israel, and he fled Jewish violence as a child and grew up in the Lower East Side of New York. He did mention apple of the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So this here is a part of the song that he wrote, and it was kept away for 20 years, apparently, like that. But he also wrote other songs. This isn't the only song he wrote. I'm just want to put it out there because I didn't even know "God Bless America" was written by.
Yeah. I had
didn't
no
even
clue.
know that until you played that video, because Memorial Day was coming up and the rabbi was speaking and he brought up this.
Well, and that's when
He brought up this and this guy.
yeah,
You know?
and that's when I
So-
was like, whoa, 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 whoa. What is going on here? Like, I remember singing that song as a kid. So what the heck? And
Yeah.
yeah,
I
it
don't know,
was
I don't
it was a bizarre find. Love, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's very interesting to see. It's really weird that
Did you know? Did you know that?
I
didn't.
had no idea. And I think the important thing is that they're bringing it up now, so everybody is like aware, and they're making us aware that they have a lot to do with everything.
They wrote
They
the
want,
song,
Yep.
and that's not the only song that Jewish have written. There's many,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah,
I can
I'm
get into
bringing.
it here. Here it is. Here he is. Here. This is Ivan Berlin. He wrote "Putting on the Ritz." I love that song. There's so many he wrote. There's so many. This is the Army, Mr. Jones. He wrote
Blue
also
Skies.
Blue Skies. He also wrote. There's a lot of patriotic songs that are written. Some by him, some by others. He also wrote this song, "White Christmas."
Wow.
I did not know this.
I find that a little odd.
Why?
Why? Well, like, we've been talking a little bit about this today, right? Like, I just find it weird that someone who is born there
Yeah.
is writing Christmas songs. The whole
Mhm.
point of Christmas is about Christ. So I just find
Thank
it
you.
unusual that those songs are being written by someone who doesn't even believe them. Like, I guess if it's just for profit, yeah,
Yeah.
you can do this and do whatever and write whatever you want. But I just found it was weird because it wasn't just one song; there was like
Yeah.
a dozen of them.
And this was happening long time ago. So yeah,
It's just a little
it's
odd, and like I don't mind the only thing that bothers me realistically is just the Christmas songs, and then such a prideful, basically an American anthem. I
Mhm.
find the fact that they wrote those weird. You just want to write music, hey, go for it. Everybody
Yeah.
writes music, right?
Yeah.
No big deal
Yep.
there. But when they're writing something, against, like, not against, writing Christmas songs when you don't believe in it, and then writing another song for patriotism for a country you're literally invading from within. I just find that in bad taste,
Yeah, and
to put
Yep.
it politely.
we're just showing you history here, because this was happening back then, and he's bringing it up now, which was um the video that you showed me, babe. And I'm like, pause that video, and I heard him talk about Ivan Berlin. I'm like, I got to look up that song, God Bless America. And then that's when I went down this rabbit hole of music from back then and how they controlled the music back then.
Yeah.
And it's patriotic music. It's everything. So, and rabbi brought that up in that video. Um they're like, yeah, like someone just said, are we even Americans? Like, it's just
I like what Penny said there. Still proud to be an American.
yes.
Yes.
I like that Penny said that.
Where
That
is
was,
that? I'll put that up there. Can't find it.
um,
But isn't this bizarre? Am I
well, I think it is a little bit. It's almost like, in a weird way, for them to bring this up Memorial Day weekend. It's like, we are responsible for your patriotism. Like,
yeah.
and it's just like, well, actually, you're not.
Yeah.
Yep.
The United States has always had a huge amount of patriotism since the country was founded. So, and that was a couple hundred years before that country
Yeah.
was founded. So I think patriotism was doing just great before they came along and decided to write a song about it.
The apple of my eye comes from original King James version of the Bible.
Yeah,
Describes something highly cherished, protected, and deeply valued. It appears 5 times in the Old Testament. Yeah.
interesting.
Very interesting. Thank you, Elite
Yep.
Asset. Always has great information. So I just wanted to show you guys that because we got lots to talk about today because I have a special guest. You're just joining now. Love and Compassion's here. We're going to get into Victor Marks, Angel Studios, Salem Media, whole bunch of stuff. So
Dinesh
please
D'Souza.
stick around. We got something here for you. So what do we have next here?
You,
Here we go.
they know it too. If they know you don't know who you have living in you, they know that. And then they'll try to bully you because you're not using your authority. When Victor and I were in Hawaii, you know how some people bring home cute little animals because they just feel so sorry for the animals? My husband would not bring home animals, he'd bring home people. People. And he has the biggest heart. So God enlarged my heart because now we have somebody in my living room. They're going to stay with us. But one of those persons, young man, Victor met on the air.
Did you hear what she just said? He just said he doesn't bring home animals. He brings home people.
People.
Oh,
He brings home people.
I don't know if that's more disturbing or not. I think it is.
I mean,
The way she
Ugh.
worded it, it's really odd.
Yeah.
Like, he brings people. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Agreed.
and why are you comparing it to an animal? Even
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
how
collecting.
you bring home animals. My husband brings home people. So it's just like this woman. Oh my. Yeah. I gotta play the rest of this and then.
Airplane coming back from California. We were in Hawaii. And this poor young guy was demon possessed. The demons possessed him. And he was into all kinds of drugs. So he comes into our house, and every Friday after we did karate, Victor would do a Bible study. So I was sitting next to this young man named Greg, and he starts manifesting. He does not like praise. So as he's manifesting, Victor motions for me to take him out of the room. Okay, honey, thank you. So we go to the next room, and I don't know what to do. So I just start, we're like this, we're sitting just like this. So I just start saying, Jesus, 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 Jesus. And this demon inside gets so mad. This is what he does. He turns his body towards me. I'm sitting here. He hikes up his knees like he wants to kick me. And I know who's in me, and I know who's in him, and he wasn't able to do anything. He knew that if he even tried, he wouldn't be able to. I just went, praise God. This demon in here is trying to intimidate me, but he couldn't. Ladies, you know why? Because I know who's in me. And that demon knew who's in me.
What?
Thank you, God. Has nothing to do with me.
I mean, this is giving me the island vibes. Maxwell and this is
Yeah.
giving me like, I don't know about you, Love and Compassion, but it's
Oh, yeah.
literally giving me Ghislaine and you know what?
Jeff.
Jeff. You want to call him Jeff now?
Yeah.
Why not?
From the people that they're collecting.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And like we already went through this when Candace ripped Victor a new one. I don't like when they talk about exorcism when they don't even have the skills or the training to actually do that. So either you're hurting somebody by trying or it's a lie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Because if you don't have the proper training to do an exorcism correctly, you can't do it. The demon will tell you to F off, right? And you won't have any control over it, especially
Yeah.
if you're not holy. Like if you are not very devout, you don't have the power to command that demon to go anywhere because your power to command it flows through Christ. So if you
Yes.
don't have yourself right, you cannot command it to do anything. And I am extremely skeptical of where her and Victor stand in the relationship of Christ because I don't think it's a very strong
Well,
one.
I don't think he does the pastor stuff anymore. But
Well, that's a good thing.
well, yeah. Yeah,
I'm
he
pretty
doesn't
sure
do the
people are
ministry.
relieved.
Doesn't do the ministry anymore, right? Because he did do it, right?
Yep.
So let's move on. What do we got here? Okay, so I just got a shout out to this girl on X. She sent me all the Victor Marks videos. I have some more. She's been going Victor Marks rabbit hole lately, so it's great. It's
Yes.
great. It's great. Go follow her. Tarana. I don't know how to say it even, but
Tarakian.
non-descriptive is her handle name.
Yeah. So for all things Marks, she's got a ton.
Yeah,
Please go
she's good.
doom scroller page. She's
Yeah.
got a lot of stuff.
And I showed this before. This is his Marine like Candace, apologies, sorry. No, it's what was it? 2 years and 12 months. Was it 12 months?
No, it was
11 months.
2 years and
11
11 months.
11
so,
months. 11 months.
Yeah.
I thought it was 4 months.
I
Sorry.
know. But like we said, I guess we'll have to give Victor that one, right?
No,
No,
never.
no, don't
No.
want to give it to
No.
him.
Nope. No. Okay, moving on. This is
All
weird.
right. Good morning.
Oh,
You
pause it for a
enjoying
sec.
yourself?
Why does he have a dog there?
Guys, I think like when I found this video, I think he is mildly intoxicated allegedly. Tell me what you think after we watch it.
Well, the TPUSA's in the background there.
Like it was weird.
And he brings that dog everywhere with him. Sorry for the blurry video.
I tell you what, you ever been to a pastors conference where they paid for you to come?
Oh,
Put you up in San Diego? I like this. This is Tall Cotton right here.
Tall.
And she's
Tall
one of the few
Cotton.
dogs that's actually faced ISIS fighters. And then women and children we had rescued or recovered once we got to our safe house, she was letting them hug her and hold her as a therapy dog. I'm just going to take her leash off in case somebody charges the stage to hurt me. So, we travel a lot, and we were in an airport one time, and this guy and a gal walking up to me, and the gal goes, "Hey, can I pet your dog?" I said, "Well, thanks for asking, because it says don't pet." But I said, "Women and children can pet her, but thanks for asking."
Sorry,
So
I
she
gotta
pet
pause
her.
that. Sorry, what does that mean? Tall cotton? Tall cotton?
It's somebody put in the chat that it was a saying from the South, Alabama, I think. You had that up on your chat. It didn't come up on mine, so that must have been an X comment because I don't
Well,
see it.
he said it.
No, but someone in the chat actually said it. They said that it was, see, it's an Alabama term. And then they said, where is he from if he's going to be using that term?
Uh-huh.
Right. And then that person,
I mean, he's not from Alabama.
is he? I don't know.
I don't think
Do
so.
you know where he's from, Love?
I don't know. I don't
I'm
think he's
checking.
from Alabama.
Because I know the references from probably when they were picking cotton back in the day.
Oh,
Oh,
means-
okay.
Whoa,
It means money, good times. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. And there, Elizabeth Minton is saying Colorado, she thinks.
Okay.
Oh, Elite says
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Okay.
He said Louisiana on Candace's show.
Yes. So he's from there, and then I guess he moved afterwards. So he's not from Alabama.
See, that's
Louisiana.
it is
Louisiana,
confirmed,
yeah.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
Lafayette.
See, I was
that's
wondering.
weird.
See, I was wondering if that comment was either racist or about money, and it looks like both of my thoughts are sort of confirmed.
Probably.
But I get the saying back
Yeah.
in the day, the cotton industry was big, so tall cotton would mean big money.
Yeah.
But that was also, not the best industry to be in if you were a certain color of person back in the day either.
St. Martinville, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Okay.
And someone
Okay.
said he now lives in Colorado now.
I'd be worried if I lived in Colorado. Okay. Let's keep going.
Yep.
And then the guy went to pet her right afterwards, and I kind of pulled him. I said, "Hey, hang on." He goes, "What?" He goes, "We're rude, and we're at an airport." So he raised his voice. He said, "What?" I said, "Well, my dog's really not trained for guys, to pet her. Just kind of women and children." As sure as I'm standing there and she's sitting there, this
Just women and children? Guys don't really touch her, my dog. It's just women and children. Is what he just said.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think. Like if I wanted a guard dog, maybe
Yeah.
I would train it that way. Right?
To not like men?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
To guard the women.
Well, yeah, right? You don't want
I think they do that naturally though, because I've had, like I told you, I've had German Shepherds all my life.
Yeah.
And then I've had labs, but they would always guard the women and the children all the time. So that's just in their nature. I don't know exactly what breed he has here. I think
Yeah.
somebody said in the chat, but the German Shepherd breed, they guard the women before the men.
Oh, especially King Shepherds.
King Shepherds, like, even if the owner is a man, he will defend the woman before the man. The owner,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah. It's just the nature.
That's a Belgian Malinois,
Yes. Okay.
which is another type of shepherd.
That's what I thought it was called. I wasn't quite sure.
guy raises his voice and says, "How dare you judge my gender? You can't judge my gender." That was funny. I was like, that's a good one. He wasn't joking. And then he goes, "How you have no right to," and he starts getting louder and louder. And now people, people start turning out the phones when I said, "Hey man, calm down." He goes, "You have no right to, why would you judge my gender?" I was like, "Well, you kind of got a scruffy beard. If you're trying for something else, you ain't trying much." And then he goes, he's still aggravated. And I just said, "Hey, man, calm down. I tell you what, you go ahead and try to pet my dog. We'll let her decide if you're a male or female."
Yeah. That's that. And then we're going to move on to the next one because we have a lot to show today. So
Drugs, alcohol, fighting, just horrible in school. I got to a place to where I found an organization that'd take me in, and that was the Marine Corps. And they're like, gave me a weapon. I was like, can I shoot people? And they're like, yeah, the ones we tell you to. And
what?
that eval, they're like, you're not really right.
Do I have to shoot people? Did you hear him about
Well,
the Marine Corps?
if it's not that, it's wearing cats, right?
Oh my gosh.
In the head, are you, son? No. Yeah. They're like, well, come on in. We need Marines right now. I was a little bit after that Vietnam era. But people recognize me all over the world for that gun disarm. And I love it when people ask me the right thing. And Sean Ryan podcast, which millions and millions and millions, it's unbelievable how God has used that. I love when people say, why did you get so fast? I said, because my stepfather had a pistol to my head at 7 years old. Said, you ever tell anybody what I've done to you, I'll blow your brains out. Tell the police you shot yourself. That's motivation.
We wonder if that's happened, right? It's very descriptive. Like he's very detailed when he says this. Like
Yeah.
it's a lot.
And I just I get a weird vibe. So like
What's
the
your
last two clips we watched, right?
Yeah.
And these are supposed to be sermons, right?
Yeah.
Right. So the way I look at it and the vibe I'm getting from how he talks to the audience is like he's doing stand-up comedy. Like that's the
Yeah.
vibe I'm getting. I'm not
Hmm.
getting the vibe that this is a sermon. He's not speaking about Jesus. He talked about a dog and a furry and shooting someone.
Yeah.
So I still
Right.
don't know where Jesus comes into any of this. And maybe this is why he had to actually give it all up. Because yeah.
Smokes crack on the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
No kidding.
also he always sounds like as if he's drunk. Always.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying before. It's
Yeah.
like listen to him talk. It sounds like he's mumbling, slurring through his words.
Yeah.
Like I remember I think it was Elite that put it up that it's a therapy dog that he has. And I'm
Mhm.
like, well, good thing he brought it because the audience is gonna need therapy after listening
Yeah.
to him.
I need therapy after loading the show. Oh,
Like
so
And
we might have to
also
do what we Sorry, go ahead, love.
I thank you. Mark was mentioning, I think it was Mark in the chat, that
Mhm.
story is fake. I've heard that story before and not from him. That is
Okay.
just like an
Oh.
ongoing, like how there's like stories that trainers move around. I've
Okay.
exactly. So he's telling a story like a joke, like that somebody else told him.
Okay.
Uh,
So
and
you think
then he's talking about all of the other things that he's done.
So it's almost like it's something that maybe a story like that he might have even heard as a Marine. It might have been
Yeah.
something he heard from a friend and just tossed it around,
mi-
adopted it
Yeah.
as his own.
mind manipulation?
Yeah.
Yeah, or that it was a good thing to say as his curriculum, to add it there
Yes.
for his
Yes.
persona.
Because then you're not gonna ask. You're not
Yes.
gonna ask questions because you're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, he's been through so much abuse." You're not gonna ask. You know what I mean? You're not gonna ask those
The tough questions.
like, why are you doing this? So like, why are you doing why are you saving all these women and children? Like, why are you doing this? Well, the reason is what he's saying. And no one's gonna ask him these questions because he's been through so much and he wants to help people, right? That's what it's
Yep.
all about. Helping
Yep.
people.
And another thing is, I would like to know where he actually, like, I know we probably won't be able to find this out, but like he says he did, 2 years, 11 months as a Marine, which is a very short stint as a Marine. I would like to know where he was actually deployed or if he was ever deployed.
Yeah.
Like, did he pass his training, pass basic, pass the Marine training, and then sit where? At Fort Worth? Or like, where did he go?
I
Where
don't
did he
know.
get deployed? Because he talks a
That's
big game, like, oh, we've been here and we were rescuing people and we did this and we got these children and blah blah blah.
mhm.
Well, I'm getting a weird vibe that none of that's true. I don't know, guys. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm just getting the vibe when I hear him go about his military history that
Did you
I
see what
don't know if it's true.
did you read that? What
Yep.
this person said? Read that.
In this book, he talks about making teenage girl lift her shirt up to see the demon bites left on her back.
Goodness, what does that mean? What?
That's creepy.
That's in the book?
Very.
That's in the book?
That's
Okay.
gross, man.
That's
That's gross,
that's
especially when you can't
disturbing.
when you can't even do an exorcism, man. And you're what now with what is that? A teenage girl, and you're
No, I
getting
don't like
her
that.
to
I don't
lift
like
her
that.
shirt up or take
Nope.
her shirt off.
That's
Like,
not good.
when you can't, when
Yep.
you don't have the training to do it. Like, he
Yep.
knows he doesn't. Like,
That's
to do exorcisms is not like any old priest off the block can do it, man.
no.
Man.
Yep.
That's called traffic lights. Yes, let's take that back. Let's
Yep.
call it traffic lights.
Yes.
Traffic lights. Oopsie. Okay, so we're gonna move on. What do we got now? Okay, so this
Oh,
was
man.
very recent. There was a breakfast called the Mayor's Prayer Breakfast. Lift up the world, light up the world, and this was like not so recent. I guess it was February 26th when this happened. I don't know who these women are, but he's gonna come up and speak in a second. This guy says Los Angeles Fire Department. He's here. I just don't know who these women are. They're dancing, so I can't play it because it has music. But anyways, they're dancing with fans and stuff.
And what happens? Well, like, what are
I mean, oh, so he speaks at the mayor's prayer breakfast.
so that's what this is. So these ladies are what, opening for Victor
Yes,
Marx?
yes.
Oh, I wonder where
Oh,
he
wow.
rescued them from.
I don't know. Korea, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, maybe Rob said, "Hey, I got a couple for you" when he was over there doing the
I don't
summit.
know. Allegedly.
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 I love cultural stuff personally.
I do too. They do nice like fan. I can't play it though because it has music, but it's really, really, really pretty. Who's this guy? I don't know. I'm just checking the people. I don't know who she is.
Heck,
Thank you to the KDC Musical Group for your wonderful dancing.
Musical group. KB something.
We are delighted to have you here, Victor, and your beautiful wife, Eileen. They got caught in an accident that was on the freeway from San Diego. So
I'm just gonna fast forward it because she talks a lot.
I was going to say, when she was walking up, she actually almost looked like Miriam Alderson.
Oh,
Yeah.
gonna fast
for
forward
a
it.
second, from the side profile, I was like,
Yeah.
hold on, who
But
the
this-
heck is walking up here?
So then she starts talking about him. I'm just gonna play it here.
Hate and violence. The love of God can heal even the most wounded among us. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I rise today to recognize and to commend Victor Marx and All Things Possible Ministries for the work they do to reach out and embrace traumatized individuals across this world.
I'll die for this kid. I'll do anything for this kid. But forgiveness is giving up our right to hurt someone back for hurting us.
Victor Marx, your Christian husband, father, grandpa, author,
founder of All Things Possible Ministries.
Kids who are born in the fire won't be burned by the heat of life.
In a world where it's hard to find strong men, Victor Marx is one of them. So please join me in welcoming the great Victor Marx.
Please join with me in welcoming to the Chino Valley, Victor Marx.
Hold on.
Chino Valley.
Yeah, Chino Valley. So
That's
this,
near where Jack is. Yeah.
yeah. So I was just gonna say, would this be the Chino Hills?
It's not the same place. I don't know where they're holding it, but yeah, it's a prayer group.
right.
Mayor's prayer group breakfast. Yeah.
It looks like he actually was deployed though, so at least he just.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to show you it, because it showed the slideshow.
It's amazing how much they keep using Charlie.
Yeah, did you
Oh,
see how they
man.
clipped that one part of Charlie saying that? So
Yeah.
like that old clip of him saying that?
Yep.
Thank you so much for that. It's great to be here. I want to make sure that wasn't a prophetic word, Mayor. Leading gubernatorial candidate for Colorado, not California. I'm gonna get in trouble. Although I've had enough friends from California saying, well, you ought to come over here and help us out. You know, it's a privilege to address you all this morning. I've spoken, how many times, babe? She goes, a lot. Probably 90 times over the last 140 days. And we're just getting after it. We're being obedient to God in doing this. I've laughed at my run for governorship in Colorado with groups. I've said, this is how bad it is in Colorado. I'm leading. But you know, God loves to show off through people if you're willing to just be obedient and step out. The 3 C's I want to talk about this morning are, where were they, babe? Be kind to people. Be courageous, and be uncompromising. I know that's not 3 C's, but I figure y'all, I'd get y'all's mind going with that. Did he just say 3?
He talks about a lot here, so we got to keep listening to what he says here, okay?
Kind? How's he spelling that? Look, 5th grade was the best 6 years of my life. I was kickball captain. Don't you take away from... You know, it's great to come to a prayer breakfast where people actually pray. I've spoken a number of these before, and I was like, what? I've seen one that was like, God bless y'all. It's like, okay. And I'm grateful for all of you who didn't want to come to this, but you kind of had to as a departmental thing, so God bless y'all. I want to throw a little bouquet to my bride. Yeah, we've gotten known for doing high-risk work overseas.
High risk work overseas, and he's talking about his bride again. I'm not vibing the bride part. Can you just call her by her name, or just say my lovely, whatever her name is? Is it Eileen? Like, can he just say that?
Wife?
Like, there we go.
Bride?
My lovely bride. I mean, it's like, you say that maybe the first month you're married. That's about it. I'm just like, it's so weird. It just gives me the ick.
Rescuing and recovering women and children. And I'll give you context on our last mission together, because it was my bride that put her thumb in my back to start doing this many years ago. And she was like, I put a team together. We were going to go help 30 girls who had been held captive by ISIS, help with trauma relief. And it was right during the time where they were cutting heads off on TV. Hey, Frank. There he is. Frank Sontag right here. One of my dear friends. And he's one of the ones that got me here. So thank you, brother. But when we put a team together to go, I put some very capable folks, from intel to operators to medical personnel. Many were either former or current GRS or former Delta or MARSOC. Put together good teams. That's what I am good at. Surrounding myself with people who are better than me in order to get a mission done.
So he's talking about, he's great at putting together good teams and stuff. And a friend of ours in the chat, Keats, just sent me something. And I find it interesting because it actually has what he trained as here. So the reference is that he did, 2 years and 4 months, but we've been able to sort of debunk that. But there's other stuff here as well. Apparently, he was a radio operator.
Oh.
So, and he served with the 1st Marine Division, 9th Com Battalion, which means as a radio operator, he wouldn't be putting together crews and he wouldn't be right there firing shots on the front line. He'd be in a little bit of more of a safetier position. Doesn't mean he didn't see combat, though. Like, that's still a possibility.
Right.
But there's some notes here which are kind of interesting. He joined in 83 to 86, and here it says no overseas duty, no combat, no deployments on record or in his own accounts. He joined right after the Beirut barracks bombing, which motivated him to join, but apparently he never shipped out. And then he became a weapons instructor for competitive shooting. And that's just the notes that Keats just sent over. We can double check that stuff too, but
thanks, Keats, if you're still in the chat.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
See, I got a vibe like he didn't go. Like in that video, we see some pictures, but that could have been in a training op in an Arizona desert, right? It doesn't necessarily mean it's overseas,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know.
But knowing him, I wouldn't be surprised if he jumped at a shot to go to a war zone, because he seems to like collecting people. And an easy way to collect people is in a war zone.
Let's keep going.
Do you have something to add, Rob?
You have something to add?
No.
Okay.
We put that team together, and a couple of weeks before we're going to go, and my bride goes, I've been praying, and I feel like I'm supposed to go with you. And I said, no, you're not. And then we got into discussions. When your wife's a black belt, so finally it got to the point where I'm like, babe, why? Why do you want to go? She goes, I know you and the team will find those young women. I was like, yeah, you better believe we will.
Ew.
Gross.
She goes, you can't hug them, but I can, and they'll need to be hugged. And I
What?
Hold on, was that his own wife saying don't hug the
No.
Oh.
You and your team can do it. It's like she wanted to go, right, with him. And she's like, but you guys can't hug him. I can. Like, this is very bizarre.
Why does that have to be mentioned? Why would that have to be mentioned? Make sure you don't hug the girls. Like, what the heck?
Well, she said she can hug him. Did you hear what he said? Listen.
said, we will. She goes, you can't hug them, but I can, and they'll need to be hugged. And I said, you're willing to risk your life to hug girls you don't even know? You know what she said? What's the worst that can happen? We die? I'm like, yes, death. You know what her response was to me? She goes, then don't we win? That's who I live with. A woman who loves and is not afraid of anything. So, to put in context what I'll share today, here's our last mission we were on together. The operation was to rescue a girl who had been held captive for 9 years by ISIS. 9 years. We had tracked her, and then we found her, and our team planned for 6 months.
He tracked her
I guess it was
from ISIS. You tracked her?
well, apparently he's saying that they had the resources to track the movements of the person they were trying to rescue, allegedly.
Okay.
But then again, like, you would have to be over there, you'd have to be deployed, you would have to have this would have to be a sanctioned mission in order to get real-time updates of where your
Yeah.
alleged package is being moved from, right?
Yeah.
I also just wanted to bring up something else, just because I read a little bit about his background then, and after, yeah, no kidding.
You want me to answer that? Oh,
After his tour of duty, he did get into alleged gun running, and
yeah. I'll keep going.
that's been coming up, and Snoops just threw that out in the chat, so I just wanted to bring that up.
Thanks, Snoops.
This operation, and it called for a female to be on the team as first point of contact. So I asked Eileen, honey, do you want to fill this position? She prayed about it. She said yes. Then we found out it was a little bit more complicated because she was in Syria, not Iraq. And we found out she had had 2 young children in captivity by ISIS fighters. And one was 4, one was 7. So all we did was adapt, overcome, we adjusted, we trained differently. And it's wild to be training with your wife at your home range, watching her put magazines in an AK and load and shoot back and forth. And we try to stay what's called mission ready, physically, mentally, and spiritually.
Yep.
Oh, I was just gonna type it in the chat. Anybody know if his wife's got any military training, or if she can legally even join him, or is this part of
That's a good question.
what he would consider his ministry outreach? Because then you don't have to have military training.
That's a very good
But
question.
if she's going out as part of a tactical team and you're not military, how the F does that work?
Is she even allowed?
Well,
Right?
when you're going on, is she going part of the team, or is she going part of a ministry? That's where it makes a difference, right? So, yeah, Mark Miller saying this wasn't military. So, okay. So that brings up more questions to me then. How the heck did he get over there without military support?
Yeah. If it wasn't military.
Like, I'm open to it being, a military op and it was sanctioned and all of this is on the level. However,
Is he even allowed? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. We're just going to continue on because we got lots to talk about.
yeah.
Because that way, when you're called to do something, you're better prepared to handle. So we prayed, she accepted it, we did the mission. Now I'm just going to tell y'all the night we were getting ready. We lay out gear on our racks, on our beds in Iraq. We have a safe house there. And she's laying her stuff out, and I just thought, hey, babe, can I just record you? I mean, just record you getting ready. She goes, that's kind of weird. I said, I know, but we're not going to do this forever. People have called us the real Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And I'm like, well, we're grandparents.
What? The real Mr. and Mrs. Smith? This guy's so bizarre the way he speaks. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's getting ready. He wants to film her. Okay, we're going.
We actually never saw that movie, just so y'all know, until, a year and a half ago. We were watching it going, oh, maybe. And then we're like, that's a horrible magazine change. That wouldn't work. And then it ruined the movie for us. So I'm recording her, and she puts on this belly band, puts a weapon in, 2 magazines, a custom dagger. Then she puts on low-profile body armor, zips it up, puts a nice long coat on that matches her boots, because we're not going in like Rambo. That's not our goal. Sometimes she's had the full cover up, but on this one, she was getting all low. She grabbed her backpack, looks on the bed, and then she grabbed the tomahawk and put it in. I was like, oh, all right. One of those. And then she grabbed night vision and some other things.
What?
She
Okay.
grabbed an AK, racked around in there, folded the stock handle.
I don't believe any of this. This is all crap. I'm sorry, man. I don't believe he sat there taking pictures, watching his wife gear up like a champ. I can't buy any of this. I'm sorry, guys.
I think they're compared to that movie because his story is as imaginary as that movie.
Yeah.
Yes, well said. Because I can't
Yeah.
believe
This
it.
story
No.
is like so true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh man.
Yeah.
He likes to tell stories.
Well, he's a
Yep.
good storyteller.
He really does like to tell them.
It was at this point when she looks on the bed and grabs a frag grenade. Fragmentation grenade? A grenade? We call them a people feelings hurter.
What?
It's the thing you pull a pin and throw it and it goes boom. Now y'all with me? Oh,
How
she
did
grabs that and she put it in a little makeup pouch and zipped it up and put it in her pocket. At that point, I was like, I don't know whether to be terrified or turned on. It's a mixture. I don't really know what's going on up in here. And she's like, you need to stay focused. I'm like, oh, I'm focused. I can tell you right now.
Okay. That's it for that video. I just thought it was bizarre how he talked about ISIS and tracking that girl and rescuing her and the 2 kids.
So what?
And yeah.
So before we move on here, what does everybody in the chat think of watching those clips? Do you think there's much truth to what he's saying? Do you believe him on his own with no military support
Yeah.
formed a group of people and went all over the world on their own dime and everything, trying to innocently rescue people in some of the most hostile environments on the planet? Do we believe that, guys?
Oh,
And you can just put-
100%.
you just
I don't
simple
know.
yes or no in the chat, like if you guys believe this,
She
because
looks fully trained to me the way he's describing it. Like she's almost military. Like what's going on here?
yeah, I don't know, man.
Yep.
I
That's-
mean,
I can't believe that.
thank you so much, Cindy Yates, for the $20 super chat. Unreal. This Mormon is running for governor. Every person that comes up in this case has something handed to them. Glad to catch you all live. I have been down dealing with personal issues. My Ray trying to keep me up and going. Well, we got to do the court thing soon, right? We still doing that, right?
Nice to see you, Cindy.
Yeah.
Sorry you've been so busy and you got stuff to deal with, but the
Yeah.
good thing is all bad things eventually end.
Yes.
So you'll get through it, darling. Thank you for dropping by
Yes.
tonight.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm praying for you.
Me too.
Like, yes. You know, this is bizarre. I'm so like, what? He should be used to it if he's unveiling things since he was 7. Yeah, I guess so.
Unaliving.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Keats. The devil tell him these stories to tell. Yeah.
Yeah, no
Maybe
kidding.
in his
Yeah.
nightmares or something, he remembers them. I don't know. This is just like,
All I know is they're not memories. Those aren't memories he's recalling. You know,
No.
it might be
What are they,
might be
babe?
something he read somewhere. Maybe he saw it in a news article. Maybe maybe his commanding officer told him a joke. But
wait,
I
but he's
just
saying like she took the tomahawk, whatever it's called. I don't know. Did I say it right?
yeah, I
and
think
then-
that's just a
and then-
fantasy he had.
And then he took she took
Yeah.
the grenade, and then I'm not gonna put the grenade on you, babe.
Oh no, your arm was swinging, and I just didn't want you to Victor Marks me in the face. You were getting excited.
And then she took the grenade, and then she put it in her little makeup bag, and then
That's
she
the
was
dumbest
ready to
thing
go.
I've ever
What
heard.
is he talking about?
Yeah.
You want to know what? I bet you if we were to all stand in front of Victor and throw cats at him, he'd be terrified and run away. Like I don't
Yeah.
even.
You're late again. I need more Jesus. Yeah.
I
I
Well,
think
wish.
you came to the right place because, well, I don't know. We're not doing Jesus yet,
I
but
think we might need to talk to Jesus after watching Victor for this long.
Oh
Man,
yeah.
yeah,
I can't believe it. Like that just seemed all a bunch of crap to me.
it, yeah, it like one of those people that when they catch a fish and they talk about it and they
Yeah,
never caught the fish.
yeah.
One of
Or
those.
they catch a fish and throw it back. And it
Yeah.
was, say, like, this big. And then when they get home, the story is, guys, we caught this huge 2-footer. It was like 20
Yeah.
pounds and it slipped off the line. Darn it, guys.
It's like Frank Turek.
We had to fight for like an hour and
Oh,
I don't know, man.
okay. I'm gonna move
Yeah.
on. What do we
Memory
have?
that you have.
There's two. One, a German Shepherd tied up to a swing set that was a mean dog trying to bite kids. And thanking God there was a chain. And the other one was me being tied to a bed as a kid by one of my arms. And then, the abuse that came after that.
Why is he smiling?
I'm a middle child. So, I used humor as a coping mechanism, trying to defuse what's the next
Whoa,
drama.
what is that?
Try to use humor to kind of
See that? What is this wrong with the stomach? What is that? What is that?
try to
Not
use
me.
humor to kind of get things to calm down. So those early years between 3 and 7 was when the worst abuse and the professionals call it torture happened to me as a kid. So whether it was being dunked in a tub till I passed out or being electrocuted, it was all
Dunked in a tub and he was electrocuted. He just said.
Yeah, well, if you get dunked in a tub till you pass out, you die. So, well, I'm just saying, you
Yeah, I know.
pass out underwater, you're dead. There's no like you pass out, wake up, have a cookie, and go back on your day, right?
I don't know why he was smiling in the beginning either. Like this is just
I
bizarre.
know. Why would you smile when you're going to be remembering allegedly horrible things happening to you?
And look at the sorry, I like to look at the background of this kind of stuff. Like it's in a like basement,
Yeah.
like poles and stuff. That's weird.
very intentional. I thank God that He kept me alive to be able to not only tell my story in a way that's redemptive,
There you
but give
go.
other people hope,
There.
including children, both here in the U.S. and around the world.
That's
My
why.
biological dad had left us before I was born. I think I did 4.
All of this. I'm gonna just do a replay. So you can do this, this, you could do this, 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 this.
And I
Okay.
just want to read out a quick comment.
Sure.
Just one comment. It's a Snoops comment. The sad stories are done to get sympathy and
Yes.
to lighten people's wallets.
Who said that?
Snoops. And Tawny
Yep.
also, he's been MK Ultra'd.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a show about that soon. Like this is crazy.
Brutal.
Oh, yeah. I would think he would have a whole bunch of problems if he did all
Oh.
that.
Grace. He likes talking about violence and trauma.
Yes,
Maybe that's why he
Yep.
smiles.
but yeah, like, but he. Did you see how this video was set up? It was just like I went through all this, and this is the reason why I'm doing this. And then
Yeah.
that's like literally, I can't believe I found this video. And I'm like, okay, so this is the reason no one could say anything, because like he said it to Candace too. He's like, "You're gonna attack someone that's been abused. Have you been abused?" You know,
Yeah, he
He was-
uses he uses
he
that as a
uses that.
shield too.
yeah, as a shield. Like they can't attack me, because look what happened to me when I was 3, when I was 7. Look what happened to me.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It's weird. I don't know if men are different, and I'm not here like attacking this guy right now. I don't know if it happened or if it happened. If it happened or if it didn't happen. It's just a lot of people that have gone through traumatic things don't talk like this. And I don't know if it's a man thing. I just men don't usually talk about it.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying in detail. And in
It
detail.
doesn't
don't
it sound familiar?
Yeah.
Everybody grieves differently.
Oh man. If he starts saying he's building something, I'm out of here.
Well, he did say he's building. Remember we did that yesterday? Was it yesterday?
No, that was Trump.
Oh,
that
Trump.
was Trump, and
God,
that
there's
was
so
the
much-
Trump and Erica were building
Oh,
together.
yeah, they're building.
Crap.
They're building the ballroom.
They're
She's
building.
He's busy building other things like make heaven crowded and everything else. Okay, so we're gonna move on because we have more. So that's where he was. He had the mayor's prayer breakfast in February. So this was recent. Those 2 videos that I showed you, that's on the website. So if you want to check it out, you can go check it out. It was in Chino Valley Mayor's prayer breakfast, and yeah, I just put that there. If you want to like screenshot it, you can.
Yep.
Whatever.
This
Yep.
was February of this year, guys.
Yep.
All Things Possible Ministries.
So this is Charlie and Victor. It's just a very short clip. It's a very, 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 very small clip. But you want to know where the dog came from, where Charlie got the dog? It was from Victor.
All Things Possible Ministries.
Yes.
And also, Victor was the one that connected me with Bad and Canine that got us Mr. Briggs, our dog.
Yeah.
And you got your beautiful dog right there. And so it almost might be in the live stream shot. That's just great.
Well, I wonder who introduced Charlie to Victor. Could it be Erica? I wonder who introduced Charlie to Rob. Was it Erica? I wonder who introduced Charlie to Jack. Was it Erica? Because all of this, if you go back when they met, then all of these people came into Charlie's life. So
Odd coincidence,
he
eh?
met Erica at 20, like around almost leading into 2019. Then 2020, Rob came in. 2021, Jack came in. Then 2021, Mikey McCoy became part of the TPUSA crew. And then Victor Mark. I'm pretty sure she's known Victor Marks or the wife for a long, long time, right? Love and Compassion. Like, I'm pretty sure they go way back before she met Charlie.
Well, she had the thing is that she had more connections with politicians than Charlie did for a lot longer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's unreasonable to make some of those assumptions.
Okay.
Right? Like we could always look up and try to look up the information directly. And I wouldn't be surprised if A, the information's erased, but B, if we actually find something, I wouldn't be surprised if it matches.
Wait, Erica had puppies? Scotty, oh my gosh.
Scotty.
Scotty. I mean, no, she got rid of the puppy though. I don't know where the puppy is. I think what I heard is the puppy. Okay, guys, I want to know where Mr. Briggs went.
Somebody mentioned that in the chat too. Where does dog go?
Because when did she have her first baby? It was May of 2022, right? I think so. They got married and then they had a baby. So the last picture we have of the dog is she's petting the dog, and that was April 2022, and then the dog's gone. So A, it passed away. B, they got rid of it because of the baby was coming. I have no idea, but there's no baby. I mean, there's no baby. There is no dog.
Yeah.
Probably no baby either. I don't know.
I just wanted to mention a comment from Wisha. It's kind of funny. She's like, is anyone else singing In the Arms of an Angel? All together now for a low price. Your soul can be retooled by Victor Marks. One time only for an extended weekend. Come get your soul
In the
retooled by
arms
Victor
of
Marks.
the angel, fly away. I love that song.
I like that song too.
From here,
Yeah.
from this dark, cold Victor Marks and his wife, Maxwell Ghislaine. No, she's not. Just joking.
No, but I have a feeling if you were to continue that, we'd all be retooled.
I mean, it gives me the vibe of like Island boys. I mean, sorry. Wait, what am I saying, babe?
You're talking about Gilligan's Island.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Annie.
Thank you, Annie.
Thank you so much for coming to YouTube member.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh no, look at Debbie's comment. She heard it passed away.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
But we don't have like where is
Oh man, I just had a horrible
it?
idea.
Where is that? I don't know. I can't find her comment.
I just had a horrible idea. The dog didn't pass away.
What?
Charlie has a good friend who's an expert at ripping the head off a cat.
Oh man, babe, stop.
Hey,
I
he
hope
said
not.
it. He said it. I didn't say that. We can bring up Candace's show right now where he says he did that.
Okay, guys, you see this right now? This is Erica's and Charlie's posts. I'm just gonna do a timeline while I stand up a bit. I have to stand up a bit. My legs hurt. Okay, so I'm gonna come back here now. Just make my mic. So here is the post. If you can see, they got him March 22, 2022. So they didn't have the dog very long. 1 month? No, I don't understand. Where's the dog? Is this the dog? Like, where's the dog? So she thanks here also major shout out to Victor Marks, who started on this adventure for like getting the dog.
Gorgeous looking dog though.
Beautiful dog. Beautiful. Look how beautiful. So then this is the last one we have. Say hi to Mr. Biggs. Okay, that's just the timeline. Then this is the last one we have. Even Mr. Briggs Kirk has a Instagram. This is so bizarre. This one, she's like, it's a video and she's like petting the dog very weirdly. I don't think she liked the dog. That's just what's your vibe, everybody? Do you think Erica liked the dog? I don't think she liked the dog. The dog didn't stay for even 1 month. Month.
Was it gone that fast?
Yeah, right
or-
here. Right here it says April 26, 2022. And this is his website, his Instagram page. That's the same date. And that's the last time you see the dog. She actually does like she's petting the dog, like really weirdly. And
Oh man, do you think?
I don't know.
Oh.
Did the dog die? I don't know.
Uh,
What's wrong with the dog here?
well,
I gotta turn this picture around because the dog looks
no,
weird.
No, hold on.
The
Slow,
dog looks weird.
slow down, babe.
No, can't
I
slow down.
think
I guess. What the heck is wrong with the dog here?
I have an idea.
Okay, that's freaking.
I have an idea.
What is it? What?
You only pet a dog like that, or any kind of animal, one time. And in that animal's life, you only pet an animal like that one time. You want to know when that is? When it's dying.
Mm-hmm.
You only pay that much attention to your pet in that manner when it dies.
I don't know. I heard that it
So-
passed away, and I know I heard it on a podcast somewhere. But
Exactly.
Charlie doesn't like to talk about it,
Exactly.
so I
So
know I heard it. It's my memory. So
Yep.
now look at that picture and listen to what you just said, right?
yeah, that's the last time we seen the dog.
And you know,
And then
that
she had
would
a baby.
that would imply she knew it was dying too, right? So either something happened to it, or allegedly they did something to it.
Yep.
And I'm not saying Charlie did, but I'm not putting anything past Erica, right?
Oh my goodness. I mean, then they had the baby. So then we saw no dog.
Well, they traded.
EK sold it. Whoa.
Oh, Scotty.
Scotty.
No, Scotty. Do they eat those? No. No.
See, if it was a cat, I could have went with my cat joke, and that's chicken chow meow. But I can't do that with a dog.
No. You can't. Okay, so we don't know where the dog is. We're just assuming from hearsay because I know I heard it, but I think it's passed away. But or maybe went to a new home. Maybe she was allergic. Maybe I don't know. They can't do it because they're having a
Well,
baby.
well, that would make sense because she is allergic to a lot of things like truth, honesty, compassion, forgiveness, caring, intelligence.
Oh,
Like there's a lot of
baby,
things she's
that's
allergic
funny.
to.
That's funny. That's really funny. I think you're like really funny today.
Who?
You.
Me? I have
Yeah.
moments here and there.
The Pom Pom Mom. Oh, that's a cool name. What happened to Mr. Biggs? We have questions. The Victor Marks connections are strange.
Yep,
Yes.
I agree.
Yep.
I mean, let's ask
Yep.
Vic. Like, I would ask Candace that. Candace should have asked Victor that. What happened to the dog?
What happened to Charlie's dog?
You gave it to him, right? That
Yeah.
would be one of my questions. I was shocked they shouldn't ask that.
What was it? Just leased? Didn't they just lease the dog?
Can you imagine? Oh, I had to take care of it for him. I had to take that dog. Can you imagine if he
Oh,
she should have
man.
asked that question? That would have been great.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the super chat, the Pom Pom Mom.
That's an awesome
The
name.
Pom Pom Mom. It sounds like a song, or something.
Let me guess. It was written by her friends overseas.
The BK9 is promoted on his photos. Oh, the bat. Sorry, Badkin K9 is
Baden.
Badin. Well, this looks like right here that the dog is not doing well.
No,
Like I've had German Shepherds. I don't know what's happening here.
it's passing. It's passing. That's what's happening.
Wonder
In
where-
my opinion, it's passing. Look at its eyes.
Yeah. I don't know.
No, look at its
No.
eye.
Now let's see what there are people saying in the comments.
See, like here, like when you go to a zoo, guys, right? And you go and stare at a big cat or a big dog, right?
Mhm.
They got this look in their eyes like they're already dead. I hate to say it, but it's true. It looks like they know they're captive. They know they're never going to leave this place. And it almost looks, and I hate to say it, but a piece
the
of their soul is gone. If you've been to a zoo and you've looked at any kind of big cat or anything like that,
What did I just
you
say?
can literally see that in their eyes. At least I can. And now when I look at that picture of that dog, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a dog that knows it's at its end.
Wait, I don't know what happened here.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to turn it around. Sorry, I'm just having. Oh, there it is. I'm trying to turn the button around to see the comments. Sorry, babe. I know.
You're spinning it this way, you're spinning it. You
Yeah,
should have
like-
taken just two pictures, one
Here-
way and one
here
the other.
she said early morning complications.
Contemplations. So there's
Hold on. Okay, there.
so
There,
they're
now I
in
can-
so they're she's
can't
in
see what it says.
you gotta put your glasses on, sweetie.
Only if California they would stop euthanizing dogs. So he's dying.
Yeah, and that's
They're
what
giving all like heart. I gotta read all the comments, but this is what it looks like to me.
Comments
not
are
saying it.
odd.
And I hate when
Yeah.
she does it. She does this a lot. She doesn't say it, but she's saying it.
Yeah.
What's this? Early morning contemplations. Like why?
why they're thinking whether to put it down or not.
So it is true.
Well, I'm just using logic to apply to the picture what I know
Yeah.
about animals in the comments, and it tells me it's going.
Yeah.
That was that morning. By the way you tell me she was touching it, by the comments I'm seeing.
Well, this is Mr. Biggs right here. So looks like they're debating
Putting him down.
putting him down. And this
Yep.
is like they only had the dog for a month. And remember when I did that thing with Scarrick Kirk? I said, so your doctor died, your dog died. So I know I heard about the dog dying. And then she's like, yeah, but everything's brand new. Remember?
Yep.
Erica Kirk is so funny.
See-
She's a girl that makes fun of Erica.
Elizabeth was touching along the same thing I was, because I was saying the eyes look like the dog is missing part of its soul. It's sad. It's heartbroken. And
Yeah.
what she said, probably a broken heart from missing Charlie. Animals feel that way, right?
Yeah.
So like that's one thing like I love to see the big cats when I go to the zoo, and I'll bring that up again. I
Yeah.
love to see them and I hate to see them at the same time. I
Yeah.
love to see it because they're big, they're powerful, they're majestic.
Yeah.
But then when I really look into their eyes, I know they
Sad.
hate
It is
every single
sad.
second of their life.
Yep.
That's what makes it tough.
Wasn't
What
Erica
Penny is
pregnant?
saying, the first post that you showed with both of them and the dog in March 2022, she wasn't 7 months pregnant if she gave birth in May.
Right.
Nice. Nice catch.
So that's a great catch, and I don't know if that picture was just a picture that they took. Hold
Yeah,
on, let me go
earlier.
back to it. She don't
That
look
one.
pregnant here.
No way.
No way.
Say hi, everyone say hi to Mr. Biggs. How the heck? No, she's not pregnant.
No
here.
way.
No
She
She's
does
way.
not
No
look.
way.
No way.
No, she's not.
No freaking lardy way.
Oh, I like the sweater Charlie's wearing there, though, by the way.
Okay.
Badass sweater.
She's not. She's not. And this was March 2022.
She
So the
doesn't
next
look
month,
it.
the next month she's supposed to have a kid. What is
Yeah.
this?
No
You
way.
wouldn't be able to. Would you be able to sit like that if you were
No.
allegedly like what 7 months? Like, because that's what she was supposed to be at that time. Is that right? Like 7 months?
7 months. Close to
So
8.
when was? Does anybody in the chat know when she had her first baby? What was the year? Can people look it up? I'm gonna look it up now.
Because that's
When
bizarre.
did Erica Kirk have her first baby?
Just wanted to thank all the newcomers who are entering the stream on YouTube and X. Thanks for popping by, guys. We're just doing a little some Victor Mark
2022.
stuff.
2022 May.
May.
So how is this possible?
So that
No.
was just before,
How is this possible,
right?
everybody?
No, hold on. Was
No,
that May?
This is March. She's
Yeah.
due in 2 months. That's what Penny said. Even I said that, but I wasn't looking. So what I'm thinking is they took a picture with this dog before and wanted to adopt it. I don't know.
Uh,
I have no idea.
who knows?
There we go. Buffy there has it in the chat.
What?
The birthday.
The birth date of what?
A child.
Oh. Is it May?
No,
May.
August 23rd, 2022 is Gigi's.
May 2024 she had. Okay, so August she had. Oh, why do I keep confusing the two birth dates? I because I didn't give birth to them. She should remember. Erica should remember, right?
Well,
So-
she can't remember her
Uh-huh.
own kids. Why should you?
So
Or why should
Okay.
any of us?
I keep mixing the boy and the girl. So the girl was born in August.
Okay.
So
Yes.
still that's March, April, May, June, July. It's
Mm.
5 months away from the dog.
Could be.
So she
Could be.
could be. It could be. It's her first kid. You can't really show. Yeah, this could be. This could be true. This could be
And
true, guys.
May 2024 she had her son. So
I never-
that's the complication there. So that was with the girl who was born later in the year, so technically she could be, because then that puts the distance apart a
Yeah.
lot more than just 2 months.
Well, yeah, I can't. I remember I never showed till 6 months. So
Yeah.
how many months would she be
Yep.
here?
Only a
in?
couple, so it might be legit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like 3 months. Yeah, possible.
Yeah. So you wouldn't be showing.
No, you wouldn't. First
a
kid,
lot.
first kid, you don't show anything.
By the way, I just want to say I like Charlie's sweater.
Oh yeah, you said that.
Yeah, it's a badass sweater.
You want one?
Yeah, I'd wear that. Why wouldn't I wear that?
It is nice. Okay, so now we're going to be moving on to our next part of the show, which is, oopsie.
Let's be honest. Most of what comes out of Hollywood.
So lead us into this. Love and Compassion brought this to my attention, and we're going to get into Angel Studios, Salem Media, Dinesh,
D'Souza.
D'Souza, whole bunch of stuff we're going to be talking about now. Probably people don't know, but I did put an arrow here. What is this you found?
Well, like most of the research that we all have been doing for the last 8 months, you start looking into something that leads you to so many rabbit holes. So we'll link it later, but I remember Charlie wearing an Angel t-shirt once or twice in a couple of his shows. So I was like, what does he has to do with Angel? We'll talk a little bit more about Angel, but I went looking and I found this post in Facebook from Charlie Kirk's account talking about Angel.
Right.
Okay.
But
If you
it
can
does have Dinesh in here,
play
right?
the video. Yes.
Yep.
That
I'll
was
play the video.
really odd. That is the first thing. I watched the video. Well, it's interesting.
Okay. So I'll play the video.
Let's be honest. Most of what comes out of Hollywood these days makes a mockery of America, our history, our values, and our faith. But there's still a place telling stories that remind us why this country is worth celebrating. That place is Angel Studios. They're creating unapologetically patriotic films and shows, original films and shows that uplifts, educates, and inspires. Like Sound of Freedom, a powerful true story that exposed the horrors of child trafficking and rallied millions to action. Something to stand for with Mike Rowe, an incredible tribute to ordinary Americans who risked everything to defend liberty. And The Last Rodeo, a heartland drama about a bull riding veteran who comes out of retirement to save his grandson. It's faith, it's grit, it's the kind of storytelling Hollywood forgot how to do. These aren't just good films, they're cultural reset buttons. When you join the Angel Guild, you don't just stream entertainment, you help create it, you vote on what gets made. You support filmmakers who still believe in America. As a premium member, you get 2 free tickets to every theatrical release. So if you're ready to support entertainment that celebrates faith, family, community, and freedom, go to angel.com/Charlie and become a premium Angel Guild member today. Support entertainment that builds something worth passing on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's
So-
really promoting that,
Yes.
isn't he?
So that
a couple
that-
times on his podcast.
yes, that proves that they have a, if anything, 100% sure they have a commercial, like a business relationship, because he even
Yeah.
has his /Kirk own angel.com/Kirk for selling the tickets and everything. So I started
Yes.
reading
Yeah.
what was in the comments. Well, I was going to check into the comments and I saw that they posted something there, right there, from the Charlie Kirk account. So if you want to
Oh.
read it, Chris.
Oh yeah, no problem. Hollywood ignores truth. Angel Studios brings it to light. Dinesh D'Souza here, where culture turns its back on truth. We must support the storytellers who refuse to. That's why I stand with Angel Studios. They're not just making entertainment. They are backing powerful projects like The Sound of Freedom, and we are going to talk about that later, I'm sure. The Tuttle Twins, The King of Kings, films that reflect values America was built on: faith, family, and freedom. Through the Angel Guild, everyday people, not Hollywood elites, choose which stories get told and how the truth survives. It's how we fight back. Join the movement now.
Yeah, and
It
it
was-
looks like Dinesh is the one writing
Yep.
it here because it says Dinesh D'Souza here. So he must have like admin to his Facebook.
It really looks like
I'm
it because of the way it's worded. It's very clearly that it says Dinesh D'Souza here. So
Yeah.
when I read it, I was like, what does Dinesh D'Souza has to do with Angel Studios and Charlie Kirk? With
Oh
Good
my
question.
God! Look what Scotty just put.
it might be. It might be.
You never
So-
know
Oh
these days.
my goodness!
Yeah. I knew already about Dinesh, so that is why it caught my attention. If not, it was, for me, it would have been just like, well, somebody from Charlie Kirk is posting. But Dinesh D'Souza is a very, very interesting character that has his fingers
Yeah.
everywhere. And
He is everywhere, isn't he?
he is everywhere. He was one of Reagan's advisors. He worked under Ronald Reagan, so he's been around for a while. And well, we've lately known. Well, now we know what's happening with Salem, which is another
Yes.
film company that
Yeah.
Now,
has
is
been.
this true? Because we have a comment here by Anne Marie. TPUSA owns part of Angel.
I haven't been able to find the connection other than a commercial one, as in advertising. I haven't been able to. That doesn't mean that it's not there.
Yeah, true.
If we can find something,
And
Yes.
people are aware of since we are talking about Dinesh D'Souza, and he did work at Salem Media. I'm pretty sure everybody here is well aware of the connection Salem Media has. And I think I just wanted to mention that. I'm pretty sure everybody here is probably, and if you haven't, you got to go check out Dankster Intel's video on Salem Media.
I ju-
'Cause
and I,
that went pretty viral.
I just looked it
Yes.
up and it said TPUSA does not own Angel Studios. Angel Studios is publicly traded based entertainment company. It is owned by its thousands of public shareholders. I wonder if they're a shareholder.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they own the
Um,
majority of the shares, then they own the company.
While TPUSA and its founder Charlie Kirk do not have any ownership stake, they are prominent promoters of the studio and its value-driven content. So I don't know if they have any shares, but it does say they don't own anything. They're not part of it.
Yeah, so that's already coming up in the
Who-
chat. Who dominates the shares?
Well, let's
Yep.
look that up. We're
Yep.
doing
Yeah,
research on
well,
the spot. So I'll look that up right now.
One very interesting thing is that in Salem Media, Charlie Kirk's show is hosted by them. That has been talked about. They have a lot of connections with several, like Officer Tatum. There's a lot of
Mhm.
people that have their podcast there. Dinesh D'Souza is one of them.
Yes.
And it says
And well,
no, they do not have any shares. So that's just what I
okay,
read. Maybe somebody can find something else.
we'll look into it.
So
Yeah, I think it's worth looking into anyway.
yeah,
Yep.
if
Yep.
you
Yep.
did see that somewhere, Anne Marie, please send me the link. Please calm my brain down and tell me you saw my X chat I sent on Friday. I've been in Alabama for my birthday weekend and so worried over what happened right before I got on my flight.
Oh no.
What happened?
Hope you're okay. Did you
Was
see
there
her
an
post?
earthquake? Was there an earthquake or something? Like I did not see your. Was it a post or was it a DM? Let me know what it was. I don't know what happened.
Well, I do want to say happy birthday, by the way, Anne Marie.
Happy
But I
birthday.
hope it was a happy one.
Oh, she's worrying me.
Yeah, I'm a little worried too.
Yeah.
Oh, DM. She said she DM you.
Well, what's your name? Do you have a different name on X? What's your name on X? We are just checking, but happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Yay.
Yay.
Happy birthday. Everybody sing happy birthday to you. And I hope you have a great rest of your week. Well, the starting of your week.
Yes, and nobody send her cats at all.
Don't send cats.
Don't
No.
send cats. send greetings of happiness.
Okay, let's move on. What do I got? Oh, Mr. Dinesh is here. If you guys don't know who he is, I'm just showing you. So I can't forget this comment he made to Candace. It was quite got 5 million views.
5
So
million
you can
views.
read this what he does.
Yeah, I'll read it all out.
And then
What's the thing on the far left, though? Creator of 2,000 Mules apologizes to Georgia man falsely accused of ballot fraud in the film.
Mm-hmm.
That's bizarre. Okay, Dinesh's comment to Candace. I cannot comment on Candace because it's quite obvious a freak show. It's like driving on the highway and seeing a farmer having sex with a sheep. You don't want to look, but you can't look away either. The problems begin when you try to analyze it. It is what it is. Well, I can tell you what is what it is. Staring at somebody doing a sheep driving down the highway. Believe me, I don't want to look, and I wouldn't be looking. But maybe you might, Dinesh. Maybe
Yeah.
that's a thing you're into. You like to look at people doing sheeps. I don't know.
Yeah.
To each his own. Just stay the heck away from me if
Out
that's
of
what you're into.
so many analogies that he could have chosen, and he decided to use that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something very rude, very degrading.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, man.
why?
What?
Being a farmer. Oh my goodness.
Candace triggers a
And
lot
why
of
would you
these
want to
people.
look at that?
I-
Seeing a farmer have him with a sheep, like what?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like you want to look, but you don't.
well,
Who wants to look? Who wants to look at that? Who?
nobody. But what I'm trying to say is, it seems like Candace brings the aggression out of people. Like, the things they say about her are always very rude, very derogatory, very dark. You know, sometimes even demonic.
Yes, I
Right.
did check my DM. Wisha, I think I had it in my last thumbnail. I did have them with the Angel Studios with the New York Stock Exchange. They made its debut. I did have that on my first thumbnail. Then I changed my thumbnail, but I had all of the Mormon owners of this Angel Studios. They were in. I hope I have it in my slideshow. I could have forgot it, but they were all together in a group photo. I'll bring it up now.
Yeah, and it says
Yeah.
the Angel Studios went public. If you can just add, what is that? Is that September 11th, 2025?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you want me to read that last thing? Because I didn't get a chance to read it yet.
Oh, you didn't get a chance to read
No,
it?
I
Hold
just
on.
read the thing on the left and the thing in the middle.
There you go.
So Dinesh D'Souza works as a conservative political commentator, author, and filmmaker, primarily operating through his media company, D'Souza Media. He frequently tours as a keynote speaker and is involved in the following activities, which I'm pretty sure involves a farmer on a sheep in a truck going down the street,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah.
He continues to write and direct right-wing political religious documentaries. Oh, so I guess we know what Angel Media is pushing, such as The Dragon's Prophecy. Yep, and we'll be getting into that, focusing on biblical prophecy and Middle Eastern conflict and vindicating Trump. Well, line up, dude. He needs like an army of people trying to vindicate him after what he's pulled in the last year.
Yeah.
Podcasting and broadcasting. He hosts a daily political podcast available on Apple Podcasts. Don't worry, guys, you don't have to watch that at all. And streams commentary across platforms like Facebook and Instagram. He regularly authors books examining current political climate, socialism, and conservative philosophy, while also writing columns and screenplays. All right. Well, he does write political commentary, but I don't know how right it is.
Yeah.
How right leaning it is. He could just be writing neocon political commentary.
Yep.
So I'm pretty sure a lot of people on the right wouldn't be on the same page as him.
Yeah. It's very
Well-
interesting how the circles close. You know, you have Salem Media, which now we know they have certain ties to the certain allies
Yes.
that
Overseas?
host overseas, that host a lot of people. One of them is Dinesh, which had a relationship with Charlie Kirk. We know it had to be a very good relationship if he's posting on his behalf about
Yeah.
Angel Studios, which also host Dinesh's documentary from Salem Media.
Yeah.
Yes,
So it's
100%.
full
There's a
circle.
close tie. Yeah, there's close ties
Very
there.
close.
Yes. And it seems like Charlie was doing a lot of the promoting to get people to go to Angel. Dinesh at that time would have been with Salem, and they're working to promote that. They're obviously good friends. You have to be if you're going to be promoting each other and
Yeah.
trying to get somebody onto another media platform. You just don't kind of do that for people you don't know,
Mhm.
right? So
Yeah, you need to have
obviously,
access.
yeah, 100%. So obviously there was a close friendship there.
I'm going to bring this up later, but this is I don't know what the date is here. September 11th, the day right after Charlie passed in New York, New York. So I did have this photo, Wisha, but I don't like. I was going to make this. Do you remember Love and Compassion? I was going to make this as my my first thumbnail,
Yeah.
but then I changed it. I had all these guys there.
Yep.
Yeah, so here's the date. They're surrounded and supported by, guided by purpose. Neil Harmon, Jeff Harmon, Jordan Harmon joined forces with Sedatol Securities to kick off Angel Studios' public debut in style at the New York Stock Exchange.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like that's an investment company, Citadel Securities. I would have to guess, just off the top of my head, some kind of investment company.
Yeah, they're going places.
Yep.
Right?
Or are they?
They are. They are. I don't know what you guys think, but we're gonna keep moving. I like your emoji.
Thank you.
I love
Thank
it.
you.
I really do. Okay, so we're gonna move on to what do we got next? All right, so I don't know if anybody knows about this. you wanna lead it in love and compassion, or do you want to do it, Chris? Which one? Who-
Love can do it.
Or do you know about it?
Well, this is it might be the latest. I don't think he has anything else out right now. He released the Dragon's Prophecy that he produced with Salem Media, Salem Now, which
Mhm.
is based on a Jonathan Scan book, which is that guy, almost that one.
Mm-hmm.
And they talk about what happened in October the 7th.
Yeah.
All in a very favorable light towards you know whom.
Yeah.
Yes.
To this one.
To that one.
And
And that was
and-
released in October, like a month after what happened to Charlie.
And
Yes.
am I correct, Love, that they are trying to, with this documentary, because I was going over clips today, and I just want to confirm with you, are they trying to give October 7th almost, what's the way to put it, a biblical identity?
100%.
Does that make sense?
100%. They're saying that in the documentary, they're saying that it is the beginning of the biblical prophecy, and saying that we need to save you know whom,
Yeah, of course.
that we have to be 100% with them. And it is very, if people can go and watch their trailer, it's very interesting because it is very traumatic at the beginning, because they're showing what happened in October the 7th.
Yeah.
So people, like get outraged and say, oh yeah, we need to support them because we have to save them, because according to the Bible, we have to.
Yeah, so they're literally started off with anger and emotion, just like they normally do when they want to gaslight somebody.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so that sort of fits, and I think we're all used to seeing that kind of stuff now.
Yep.
From this group of people.
And I think I have two little clips that he talks about this, so I'll just play them quickly.
Welcome to the program today. Mondo Gonzalez here in studio, and I have with us Dinesh D'Souza. And the question that we're going to discuss today is about the Dragon's Prophecy and connected with October 7th. Is it in the Bible? Is there a pattern there? Stick around and you'll see.
Pattern in the Bible.
Welcome back. We are here with Dinesh. And Dinesh, it is great to have you. Welcome.
Good to be with you.
You have done a major work with this film, The Dragon's Prophecy. I have it right here with me. And I've watched it, of course, and phenomenal work.
It's still in the wrapper.
I didn't catch that, but nice.
I watched
Phenomenal.
Footage that has not
watch this.
here with me, and I've watched it, of
Did
course.
you see that?
Prophecy. I have it right here with.
It's so good he didn't even open it. That's awesome.
Sorry, I just noticed that.
And what if he held it up quick because he was hoping Dinesh wouldn't notice either?
I just
me,
watched
and
it.
I've
great.
watched it, of course, and phenomenal work. Footage that has not been seen anywhere else, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe give us the background about why and how you came across and wanted to do the film.
The film is a bit of
BB asked me to, and he gave me a lollipop, and I did it.
Yep.
They actually have a good friendship, him and BB.
I know.
That's scary in itself.
I know. Love and Compassion filled me in.
Yep.
A departure for me. My earlier films have been mainly about American society, American history, the meaning of America. This is a film that is not only October 7th, but covers Israel, Gaza, the Palestinians, radical Islam. It leans back to the ancient battles in the Bible between the Israelites and some of their classic enemies, notably the Philistines. It has a dose of biblical archaeology that validates the Bible historically, archaeologically. And it also has a hint of biblical prophecy. The film is based on a book by Jonathan Cahn of the same title, The Dragon's Prophecy. But the film goes beyond the book, particularly with the archaeological material. I think that Cahn relies heavily on a Christian audience that accepts the Bible. I'm putting the film out there. I want the film to be seen in Israel. I want it to be seen by Jews, Christians, maybe some secular people. And so the archaeological section in there is aimed at validating the Bible and showing that the Bible is based upon real people and real events.
That's very important, especially for our audience. I mean, we talk a lot about prophecy, but of course, I have background in archaeology, biblical archaeology. And so bringing that to the table, when you think about the validation of scripture, you have prophecy and you have archaeology. Those are, to me, in my world as well.
Okay. So that's that.
That's a book written by a non-Christian. And Dinesh is saying this is like for Christians. What? Again, just like the song.
Just like the song.
Yeah.
God bless America. God bless America.
Yeah. So how can you be writing a book for people about something that you don't live or don't know anything about? That's just bizarre. That's
Not
like
only,
it's
not
like an
only that,
alcoholic.
you're
Sorry,
against
go ahead.
them. No, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, it's just a weird thing. It's just like saying, you're an alcoholic, but then you don't help them quit or you feed them booze. It's
Yeah.
just it's just weird. Like, how can you
Yeah.
talk about that? You don't know anything about it.
Yes. No,
Sorry,
and
as you
then
were saying, love.
just exactly what you said at the beginning. Making a movie where the target audience are Christians to like make us feel more empathy
Yes.
towards something that is happening that it's not here, saying that it's our responsibility to feel this way and do something for them, but it is somebody that hates what we are, because there's
Yeah.
no other way of putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's apples and oranges. They're two different things.
Apples and oranges.
The fact that it's really all
So lead me into this video. I think this wasn't this after. This was right after Charlie, right?
That
Passed?
was September 11th, exactly September 11th. He was interviewed because he was promoting that film, The Dragon's Prophecy.
Nice timing. Yeah.
Well, isn't it always a good time to plug a book or a film around Charlie's passing? It seems like that's what people do the most. Promote their own stuff through
And then-
his death.
And then the Angel Studios makes a public debut with the New York Stock Exchange on the 11th.
Yes.
All right. Let's listen to what he has to say.
that the shooter went for the throat, partly because he was shooting from a long distance. It would seem normal to shoot for the chest. But then I thought of the symbolism of that and kind of how appropriate it is in the sense that what were they trying to do? Stop Charlie from speaking. There's nothing else that Charlie did. So that was his crime. That's the reason for this political assassination. And look, we had the Kennedy assassination, Martin Luther King, but to take a young activist, 31 years old, out there on the campuses, engaging in dialogue, this is a frightening turn. And I think it makes a lot of us who are in the public sphere, we speak for a living, we do this all the time, we do public events. I have one scheduled in a few days, and suddenly a kind of chill runs through all of us. So this is, Charlie Kirk was himself a larger than life figure, and yet this is even larger than Charlie Kirk.
Like we haven't heard that before.
Yeah. Doesn't it sound like the pattern that we've seen for the last 8 months? Something happens and all the voices say the same thing. They went from the throat because they weren't trying to silence him. Or things like, oh, we should emphasize the clip of her running away so everybody focus on that. Or all of the ex posts exactly at the same time for the ballroom.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing. You can tell it's a coordinated operation.
So Anne Marie said Angel has an investor, BlackRock.
Oh, are you kidding me? BlackRock?
Are you sure?
BlackRock.
Oh,
Writing this down.
write it down.
Hold
Let's
on.
look that up. You look that up.
You want to look that up now, or do we just take a picture and look it up later? What do you want?
You can look it up. If Angel has an investor, BlackRock. I thought you were gonna look it up.
Well, I'm still taking a picture anyways.
Angel Studios investor.
Oh, Anne-Marie says she DM you screenshot.
Oh, did she?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what she's saying right now in the chat.
She is right. Hold on a second. Let me look at my messages. I don't know.
I'll double check that though. Let me see if I can find that.
Where is she messaging me? Because I don't have any messages here. I do not have it. I don't know where you're messaging me. Pictures won't go through. Okay. Or did you email me? Maybe. Or is it email? X. Am I not following you? Is that why?
Well, that's rude.
Well, I don't know if I don't know if I am or not. Maybe that's why it's not going through. Anne Marie, what is your X name? Can you put your X name in the slot?
Holy crap. I just looked it up. And they do have a lot of shares.
They do.
Over 1 million shares. That's legit.
Wow. Another rabbit hole.
Maybe give that one the danks.
Yeah.
That's
That's
right up
part
his
of
alley.
my research too.
Yeah, that's like
we'll look into it.
The money part. Yeah. That is interesting. And I want to know if I'm following you on X, Anne Marie, because you won't be able to send me anything if I'm not following you. I think that's how it goes on X. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, they actually trade under a different name. So, okay, so it says the 1.32 million shares basically is not a huge percent of the company. Allegedly, it says that's about 0.7%. However, they get traded on a New York Stock Exchange under a ticker symbol ANGX. ANGX. That is their financing profile from what I'm seeing here.
Good night, Debbie. Thank you so much for staying this long. I know we're
Hi, Debbie.
almost 2 hours. So yes, thank you so much. Have a good night.
Love you, Debbie. Good night. Thanks for coming, darling.
Okay. I'm going to move on to the next part here of them talking about Charlie Kirk.
Journey, but I also put a lot of history and a lot of I try to widen the scope of understanding. So part of what I'm trying to do in this film, The Dragon's Prophecy, elevate the debate above the cliches that are dominating it now and show people new angles, new perspectives. Even in my conversation with Netanyahu, I tried to pull Netanyahu right out of his rehearsed, because he's normally very clipped, very effective. But I threw kind of questions at him like, what do you think about Jesus?
Mhm.
And then I don't say it. And I let him because I want him to wing it. I want him to.
If
open
you
up.
converted Netanyahu, that
No, I
would
didn't. I
really
wasn't
throw it for a loop.
I wasn't trying to do that. I wanted people to see, as with Trump, by the way, I think that the unrehearsed Netanyahu is actually better than the rehearsed one. So that was my goal, to bring out a side of Netanyahu that people haven't seen. And I think I do it in the film.
Well, one of the things
This is so crazy. He's plugging in, Charlie Kirk just passed and we're plugging in a film.
Well, the thing is like, he's talking about Charlie Kirk dying, and then literally, like in a timeline of like the video that Love sent, this isn't that far along. This is
No.
like 3 minutes later, and he's joking around about talking
Yeah.
Christianity with BB, and oh my God, can you imagine if you could convert him? That's such a like
Yeah.
you were just talking about
The
somebody
next
who-
day.
yeah.
Like what Snoops wrote.
Shares, Luke
Good
Norstad, co-founder, partner, PayPal co-founder, part of the PayPal. Yeah, no kidding. PayPal Mafia, early founders, fund partner with Peter. Yeah, longtime
Wow.
SpaceX board member. Yes, facts there, Snoops.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
So Angel Studio, that's why we were talking about Angel Studios today, because they have a lot to do with all of this.
Yep. That's another link.
Another link, which the links, there's so many.
ridiculous.
claim to the land. One of the things throughout the film is whose land is it? Who does this
Buzzard.
belong to? And there was an interesting moment where you talked about.
So just wanted to shout out quickly. This is where they start talking about the book or the film. Sorry.
About the sort of 3 check boxes of legitimate claims to land. Can you just talk about that for a minute of what those are?
Yeah, I was on with Matt Gaetz, who is a kind of an Israel skeptic, I think what I have to say these days. And Matt Gaetz said to me, he goes, well, Dinesh, so let's say we can establish that Abraham was there and these people were real. He goes, so what? The fact that the American Indians were here, they were here before the white man. It doesn't mean the country belongs to them. And I said, look, there are kind of 3 ways that you can get a country. If you look around the world, how do we get borders? How do people make claims to land? There are really 3 ways. The first way is I was there first. Call it the Aboriginal claim. The second way is negotiation. I got the land through some sort of treaty. And the third way is conquest. These are the only 3 ways that I know of in which land is allocated by title. Now, I say with the case of America, it's a kind of a dispute because the Native Americans can say, by the Aboriginal standard, we were here first. But then the white man can say, well, yeah, but you were going around conquering each other, one tribe taking the land from another, then we came and took it from you. So by the conquest standard, it belongs to us. So it's a tie. There are good arguments you can say on both sides. I said, but when you look at Israel, Israel checks all 3 boxes. The Jews are the original inhabitants of that land.
The redhead
The
mafia,
UN
yeah.
assigned that land to Israel in the aftermath of war.
Okay, so that's not right.
No.
Our
Nope.
friends overseas do not check all 3 boxes. See, when he mentioned conquest, he mentioned a one-on-one, right? This isn't a one-on-one.
Yeah.
This is our friends overseas getting the backs of. Do we want to start counting them up now? The United States, France, Britain, Italy, like Spain, all these people were backing the play on Gaza.
Yeah.
Or the Strip.
Yep.
So how is that a one-on-one contest for the land? It's not. You're literally getting a group of people together and smashing them over the head until they capitulate. That's not a battle. That's not a brawl. Definitely not the way wars were conducted over property in our history. That's not the way they're done. That's literally called stealing. When you get a whole bunch of people to
Yeah.
come and take from one person or one group, that's stealing. And they're not even doing it in an efficient way. So I just wanted to say that. That's just my opinion. I
Well
disagree
said.
with you, Dinesh.
Yep.
He's definitely infiltrated into this whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
What else does he have to say?
World War II, and Israel has fought 3 wars, at least 3 wars, 48, 67, 73, and you can say, claim title to the land by conquest. So Israel's claim in that sense is stronger than that of almost any other people to their own land using existing boundaries.
What is he saying?
Okay.
To their own land. What?
Yeah. So first of all, that land was never theirs. If you go through history, the only thing they've done historically throughout history with that land is not be there.
Yep.
That's literally the one thing they've done solidly for 2,500 years is not be there. So how can that be yours? And another thing, like, it's okay if you want to fight somebody for something one-on-one, slug it out, and if you win, you win, you lose. But they've never been doing it by themselves. They've been backed by a lot of other people with weapons, money, political favors.
Yep.
So when are we going to start telling the truth about that? Because if you really wanted to have a fight for it, well, maybe you should have waited until, or done it honorably, I guess is the way I'm going to say it. Line up your 20 best fighters, line up the 20 best Palestinians, and you go hand to hand, winner takes all. That's how, you battle for something, or at least back in the day,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But now you want to take, they don't have any way to get food, water, electricity, gas. There's no airport, there's no nothing. They're completely dependent on you for everything. That isn't having a fight for a piece of land. That's like sticking a child in a closet and taking away their toys.
Yeah.
I hate to say it like that, but there's no fight. Is there a fight between an eagle and a worm? There's no fight. One just eats and leaves. There's no that's where I completely disagree with what he's saying.
And here's the major share investors, if you want.
Yeah, let me see.
It's,
Let me
everything
start looking through
stands.
these.
And then I'm going to go to the next slide. What do we got here? This
What was going
one-
on in Charlie's mind?
Okay. This is important if you guys don't know who this is. I'm pretty sure this video went viral everywhere. Dinesh sits down with Charlie's donor, the one that pulled out of the millions of dollars before he passed away. So this is the donor here. So let's listen to what he has to say in this interview here.
Because I think this is something people are grappling with.
A donor, Bernie Marcus, who is founder of Home Depot,
right?
Who, as I recall, Charlie told me, gave him a $10 million grant.
So is this not the donor that's speaking? I thought this was him.
This is one of them.
This is one of them.
Yes.
So he's talking about, let me rewind this. Oh my goodness. I want to go back to them. Did you just see that? Oh my goodness, that was funny. Okay.
What was going on in Charlie's mind? Because I think this is something people are grappling with.
A donor, Bernie Marcus, who is founder of Home Depot,
right?
Who, as I recall, Charlie told me, gave him a $10 million grant to start a group, a pro-Israel group within Turning Point. And when I saw that happening, I spoke to Charlie at an event that I was attending with him. And I said, this is a mistake, Charlie. Even though I'm very pro-Israel, of course, I'm known to be a Zionist, I told him it was a mistake for him to take positions outside of the main core of what Turning Point is all about. And he never said anything, that would indicate that he was a Jew hater or an anti-Semite. But certainly by keeping Candace Owens on their website, she was there when I was involved, and I said, I don't like, I thought she was out. She was still there. You'd have to find it. And I knew Candace way back when.
Right.
Her first job, as I believe, was with the David Horowitz Freedom Center. He gave her the start. And from there, I think she went to Prager. And from there, she went to Ben Shapiro, and Ben finally had to fire her. But these are Jews who gave her the start. David Horowitz, Dennis Prager, and Ben Shapiro, all Jews. And she was a nobody. She was a nobody.
Wow. And
Hating
there's another
Candace.
clip of him saying that he pulled out because Tucker he pulled out his money. I don't have the clip, but he pulled out his donation because he was going to have Tucker, and he didn't want Tucker there.
Yeah.
I have a clip of that. I don't know where it is, but Interesting, saying that she was a nobody.
Yes, and he is the donor that pulled
Yeah.
a couple of days before. So
September 2nd, I heard. September 2nd.
yes, and it all points to, we can cover that later because it's very interesting, because he talks about how him and Dinesh were exchanging text messages about this guy pulling from being a donor. So these two sat down and talk about that months after.
So the Bernie Marcus guy
Is
and
one of the
what's his
donors,
name?
and
What's
this
his
guy,
name?
Robert Stillman.
Thank you. So he pulled out his money, and so did the Bernie Marcus guy, the
I'm
Home Depot guy.
I'm not 100% about the Home Depot dude, but
Yeah.
Robert Stillman did pull out of being a donor, and he told TPUSA that he didn't want to be involved with them anymore, and the 6th building was going to be called the Shillman Center, that he didn't want to sponsor it anymore.
Wow. And I heard it's because of the Tucker thing.
Because of Tucker.
And then if you go back to July, like all those things, all those sermons I was recording from Rob McCoy, go back to July, go back to hearing what he's saying. And he deleted these sermons, by the way. How he's saying, Tucker and Candace, they shouldn't be here, they shouldn't be there, they're not saving the world, blah blah blah. I get every freaking sermon he's talking about Tucker and Candace leading up to August. So that's very interesting.
And right around the same time when he platformed Tucker, if you remember, he also platformed Dave Smith.
Yes.
And Dave Smith debated Josh Hammer and destroyed him. Like it wasn't even close.
It was
He
good.
utterly destroyed the Hammer. Like, and
He
then
put the hammer down. That
Yeah.
was a good debate.
I do want to mention a couple things quickly, very, very, very quickly. So we were looking into who owns Angel, right? So we tracked down BlackRock as one of the investors. The main investor is a place called GigaFund Management Company. And if there's anyone in the chat who feels like trying to dive on that, go for it. I found out the owners and founders are Luke Nosek, Nosek, and Stephen Asaki or Asoko, Askoui. These guys started GigaFund, and they pretty much own Angel Media. They are the biggest
Interesting.
shareholders by a lot. We saw BlackRock had what, 1 million something in. These guys are 47 million in with the principal benefit owning 15%. They have the highest stake.
Okay,
So if
so
somebody wants to dive on that, like
I mean,
Elite, Scotty, or Snoops, if you guys are around, or anyone else.
I brought this up on my last not my last pastor, a couple pastor Sundays ago. It was a month ago because there was a video with Frank Turk in it, and it was from Angel Studios. I'm like, remember me sharing that video? And I'm like, why is he in this? What's Angel Studios? I remember saying that, and then you, love compassion, you contacted me and said, oh, there's a lot to Angel Studios that you need to know. And I'm like, okay. And then we took a while for us to do this show, but we finally pulled it together. We should be talking about this more so because I feel like it's connected.
Well,
it may not be connected to TPUSA, but I feel like it is.
Well, even if it's not connected, I could see them using it as a way to push slop when they want it, right? So even if they're not directly connected, I wouldn't be surprised if you see people who are connected to them on here pushing stuff, right? Just like Dinesh, for example.
And here, if you want to read this is so if you guys don't know who Angel Studios is, it's founded by Mormon brothers. You want to read it, babe?
Yeah, so it was formed by some Zionist Mormon brothers. Angel Studios was founded by Mormon brothers. Its films portray stories drawn from a variety of Catholic and Protestant sources, as well as non-religious ones, which will probably be not told correctly. The studio's digitally distributed television series about Jesus, The Chosen, was obviously Christian. It also delivered big box office numbers when it was shown in the theaters. I had no idea. Cabrini, released in March, was about an immigrant nun who overcame adversity in the late 19th century New York City to create a global network of hospitals. And it too made healthy profits and enjoyed a long run in the theater. Addition, Cabrini has a near perfect score among viewers and reviewers whose opinions are compiled on Rotten Tomatoes. I always disagree with Rotten Tomatoes. In May, Sight about an in May, a film Sight about an immigrant eye surgeon struggling to help blind children see had religious overtones. Sound of Freedom was not a Christian film in any explicit way. Sound of Hope is. Well, as soon as they mentioned, a child with struggling to see and needed an eye surgeon, why did I think of Victor Marx? It's okay,
Oh.
son. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of anything. You can't see? Great.
This is
Grenade.
that part is what you just mentioned, Chris, is really interesting because everything is connected. It's so
Yeah.
weird to see because this is a company funded by Mormons that are in Provo, Utah.
Yep.
All of them
Headquarters.
headquarters are there. All of them, or most of them, are graduates of Brigham Young University.
Mhm.
Most of them, if not all of them, they are all the key founders are brothers and one cousin,
Mhm.
and they're pushing Christian content. They don't
Yes.
say it per se, but that is they keep talking about the values and everything. And
And their films are
and
also.
their films. And it is very interesting that one of their biggest, there's a lot to cover, but one of their biggest productions is The Sound of Freedom, which is a story, if you haven't seen it, I haven't seen it. I've read a lot about it. I've seen a lot of clips. It is, the actor is Caviezel, which is the one that portrayed the Christ movie, I always forget the
Oh,
name.
The Passion?
The
Oh,
Passion.
no.
Yes.
It
Okay.
was that one.
Yes, that guy. Yes.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
That is the one.
Yeah.
The movie is about child trafficking and rescuing kids. And it is the true story of a guy that's called Tim Ballard.
Yeah.
Tim Ballard is a very, very interesting character. And according to what they say, The Sound of Freedom is a true story about this guy going to rescue in several continents children
Yeah.
from the
From
you know
the
what
traffic lights. Yeah.
the trafficking thing,
Yeah.
and bringing them back to their parents. It sparked a lot of outrage within, like the righteousness, as they're saying, hey, we need to fight the trafficking. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, I think I have it here now. Since we're talking about it, I was going to show it later, but yeah, here's Tim Ballard.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I think I skipped it.
That's
But
okay.
Tim Ballard,
Yep.
it turns out that he is very related to TPUSA
And Victor Marx. Look at
and
that.
Victor Marx.
Look at that.
Tim Ballard is a Mormon as well. He
Yep.
has, that's for another show, he has a lot of accusations against him. They
Yep.
have him, charges have been dropped here, there, and everywhere, but he is
Mhm.
listed under TPUSA chapters as a speaker that you can
Yep.
hire. And
Yep.
he has been in a couple of TPUSA Amfest, or they're Amfest.
And that's what we were saying. Like, and I think Candace said it too. You said like all these people are always tied to TPUSA. Why?
Why?
This is bizarre.
Yeah, Candace
Also,
said it. How many more people related to certain extent to child trafficking have to do with TPUSA.
Yeah. This is crazy, but because like you can clearly see from the picture there, Victor and Tim Ballard are together there, so they do know each other. They do have a buddy relationship or something. But also wanted to say that the Angel Studios headquarters in Utah, it used to be Vid Angel, but I think it went to bankruptcy.
Yeah, actually, I
Yes.
Yeah.
just seen that. I
Yes.
actually
Yeah.
just seen that.
So yeah, and that Sound of Freedom grossed over 250 million at the box office. It's one of their
Yes.
highest films. I guess I don't know.
Yes.
Um,
And The
so
Chosen is the other one.
yes,
The Chosen is, but now they don't have The Chosen anymore. They got
this
into
was all founded in 2014 by the Latter Day Saint members Neil Harmon, Jeffrey Harmon, and Daniel Harmon,
Mhm.
and Jordan Harmon. Yeah,
And
so I just wanted to let you guys know that it was Vid Angel before.
I just wanted to say, what the heck was that company I was looking up?
BlackRock?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I had it on your phone. Whatever it was, Giga whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever that was. Because I don't have it in front of me right now. The guys
Gigafund.
at Gigafund, yeah, the guys and gals of the chat have confirmed. I've seen Keats has thrown something in it. Scotty's thrown something about it. Snoops has gotten stuff about it. Snoops actually put some stuff earlier that we missed, but he was kind enough to repost into the chat.
Thank you.
So yes, those three peoples threw stuff in there, and of course, yes, it's also connected to PayPal,
Hold
as
on.
we know.
Mhm.
That's interesting. And in 2016, when it was Vid Angel, they were sued by several major Hollywood studios for copyright violations, accusing the service of streaming unlicensed content that was not created by Vid Angel. Vid Angel fought the lawsuit for several years.
Disney
And
is one of them.
yeah, and that reached a settlement in 2020. Wow, that's long.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's interesting.
Angel, there's a lot
Yeah.
of information about Angel. They have a very, let's say, innovative scheme, if you want to call it like that, where they
Yeah.
ask you, like paid forward, and they ask people like, give us money and we'll gift movie, like theater, the tickets, so people
Yeah.
can go watch the movies, but they keep most of the money.
Ah.
And I that's a very long part. I have it for you. We can review it later, but that is
Mhm.
their first part. The targeting Christian audiences as in Christian principles, then doing the paid forward, like buy tickets. This will go for people that don't have the money for going to watch the movies, but
Mhm.
in the end, they keep most of it. They have a lot of questionable investors. They're all these guys are it's not a bad thing, but they're Mormon.
Yep.
They host Salem Media, content. They have really weird things. And then they have something called Angel Guild,
Yes.
where you subscribe just like a streaming service. They're supposed to have like, I think, 2 million subscribers, and they vote every week which movies Angel should broadcast.
Oh. Okay.
But out of the blue, they just started showing a movie. Somebody mentioned it in the chat, which is called Animal Farm.
Animal Farm, yeah.
We need to do a deep dive on that. It's very interesting. It goes
Mhm.
completely against the way they're advertising it, because they ask you to vote And if you say, I didn't like it, they shame you.
Wow.
You get to a screen where they tell you, you're wrong. It's really odd. And it doesn't go with everything
Wasn't
else
like
that
wasn't Rick Cutler with this underground stuff as well? I think so. Yeah, underground operation or something. Railroad.
well, Operation Underground Railroad, that is
Yeah.
Tim Ballard.
Yeah, but was Rick Cutler a part of it or something or no? I don't know.
That I
Maybe
don't
not.
know, but
Maybe he
we
was
should
just wearing
check.
the t-shirt. I know he was wearing the t-shirt. So
Okay. Yes, because
he
well,
was
they're all
involved. That's what I thought. Yeah.
all of them are friends of the show.
Yeah. Nobody wants to talk about Rick. Didn't you know that?
Oh, we will.
Didn't you know that, Buffy? Nobody wants to talk about him. I talk about him though. Here and there.
Yeah.
Mr. Ricky Palm Pistol. Well, I don't think he had a palm pistol. I don't think he had that.
Yeah.
I think he was definitely gesturing something with that one thing he had in his hand, and at first, and then it disappeared. It was like I don't know, a gesturing of something. I don't know what. It was like a gesture mouse button. That's what he was holding in his hand.
Oh.
And then he put it away, and then he just did the thing with the sleeve, and I don't know what the heck that was. But yeah. We won't know until we talk to him. And he doesn't want to talk. So
Nope.
thank you so much, Tornado Alley. She gifted one membership. Who got it? And you have to follow her. We just did an amazing live stream.
Yes.
Friday. It was really good. So thank you so much. Who got it? Who got it? Who got it? You got it. Oh, no, you got it. You got it? Oh my gosh.
Buffy.
Awesome. Awesome, Buffy. Okay. She said thank you so much. You know what? That makes me smile when people do sweet things like that, when they give memberships like that. That's going to be great because I'm doing a membership live because I hit 6K.
Bravo,
Yay!
bravo.
Thank you. It's lots of work.
Oh
To
yeah.
get to even 3K. In Tornado Alley, you are going to get there. Okay? You're going to get there.
Yes. Yes.
Good night,
And
Allie.
same with you, Love and Compassion. You just got to keep putting
Thank
out.
you.
Yep, keep putting out your work.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing a membership live soon. I just don't know which day. Like, I should do a poll on what day I should do it so everybody comes because, like, I don't know who's going to show up.
Oh, I just got to put out advance notice. Like, today's Sunday. So say Wednesday I'll do it and then advertise it or whatever.
Like, should I do it on a weeknight or on a weekend? I don't know. Anyways, let me know in the chat. But moving on. Thank you, Tornado Alley, by the way. And moving on. This is the brothers. They're here at the bottom. Boop, boop, boop. Larry Curly Mo. No, I'm just joking. Neil Harmon, the co-founder. I mean, the founder, the chief executive officer. Just a little bit about them here. Just a little write-up. And
Any person who's truly a thinking person needs.
this obviously is the Angel trailer. And this is the one I showed on one of my Pastor Sundays. And this is how I started talking to Love. Because I played this and Frank was in it. Frank Turek. So as you know, Frank Turek does a lot with Cheap USA. So if you watch it, I played it and I go, is that Frank? And I'm like, this was a month ago, okay? And I go, what's this Angel Studios? I remember asking Chris, and he's like, I don't know. It's another streaming service like Hulu and Netflix and stuff. But I didn't really think much of it until you brought it to my attention. And that the way they put the A is very weird. I'm gonna look up that A because it's very weird the way it's like the A is bending down on its knee or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll play a trailer.
Any person who is truly a thinking person needs to ask themselves the question, why is there something rather than nothing?
Scientists believe there's an intelligible answer to that, Meaning there is a reason for the way things are. What's that reason?
Why do I exist? Why do you exist? Why does the universe exist?
Physicists have discovered fundamental constants and parameters and characteristics that define the universe. Have to assume exacting, precise values.
If you were to change any one of them, there would either be no universe or no universe that could support life.
Our galaxy, our star, our planetary system, the Earth, the Moon, whatever size scale you choose to look at, you see an overwhelming experimental and observational case that there is a being out there fine-tuning, intervening.
Immersing myself in the study of biochemical systems, I became deeply impressed with the ingenuity and the elegance and the sophistication of those systems.
The living cell is chock full of miniature machines that doesn't just rival, but it vastly exceeds our own high-tech digital technology.
There must be a creator that's behind life itself.
If some kind of a God existed, he would want to reveal himself, at least in some way. We would have to look at all of the different ways people have understood him to do that.
I want to know, is there any evidence backing any one of them up as uniquely being true?
This guy shows up on the scene and does something remarkable. Whatever it is he did, split history.
He's on the pages of the Quran, on the pages of Baha'u'llah's sacred writings, on the pages of Buddhism, Hinduism, Krishna, New Age.
These Romans were skilled in crucifixion. They knew how to make sure that someone was completely dead. Many of Jesus' disciples had experiences that Jesus had risen from the dead.
What did they gain? Well, they were beaten, tortured, persecuted, beheaded, stoned, whipped, and running for their lives.
We really have to put our beliefs to the fire.
The reason we believe God is true is because he's the best explanation for the way things are.
And you see Frank Turek, Stephen Meyer, and then all these people in here. I thought I heard Rob McCoy, but maybe I'm mistaken. Thought I heard his voice in there. But here are the people in this trailer with Angel Studios. Yeah. So
Are
as it gets
truths
at the end,
that
it
can be
is-
known. And I want to know what they are.
You'll see it at the end. Universe designed. You know, Frank loves this stuff, right? You guys all know that.
Yep.
There you go. Now streaming on Angel. So Frank's in this. So that's why I'm like, okay, I was talking to you and I said, there must be some kind of connection. Why would he, be working with Angel Studios? This is weird. I'm weirded out. Wisha, you wrote something about this. I just got to touch on it. Okay. Scott Keller also served as a chairman in the Operation Underground. Oh. Can't talk about Scott Keller. Remember? Very
Tim
dangerous.
Ballard is one of the creators or whatever of Operation Underground.
Say that again?
Railroad. Tim Ballard.
Yep.
There.
I mean,
Yep.
oh, goodness.
What is that, baby?
Oh, that's what Wisha just sent over.
Okay, thank you.
I could read it out or you could load it.
It's founder and former CEO of OUR, a
I
Utah-based
can,
nonprofit. Okay, go.
Yeah, I'm gonna share it to my screen. Just give me a second. Thank you, Wisha. She's always good at sending me stuff right on the spot. Love it.
I think
Love
we're
it.
one of the only channels out there that kind of does that. Like you'll see like Bays or Danks do that now and then, but like
We did it on his live stream.
yeah, I know,
We
but
did, like-
but I'm just talking in general, right?
Yeah.
Normal streams, people don't usually be like, send me something, I'll bring it up. It usually doesn't happen. Like, and what I'm trying to say is like you'll see Danks do it sometimes, you'll see Bays do it.
Yeah.
A couple other people, but usually doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But we'll always bring something up. Like if you're sending something that's directly related to what we're talking to and it's important,
Mhm.
we'll take a minute and put it up.
I like to do this as we're live streaming. Like we're literally researching, we're literally talking to everybody in the chat as we're doing this. We're all we're all researching everything. It's just it's crazy how far this goes, guys.
Oh,
I'm going on a deep dive on. Oh, good luck.
good luck. And the Snoop's comment there. Oh, right there. Everybody has been
Of
talking
course.
about this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Ever since
Yes.
this started,
Yeah,
everybody's been
yeah.
talking about that.
Me and Muppet did a really good. We did a good live stream on Mormonism. So got to watch that one and how it was all tied. I think I did a couple actually.
We've done a bunch. So basically, like the Mormon situation in Utah isn't really very Mormon anymore.
No, never.
The Mormon shield of faith is just a cloak.
Mhm.
It's hiding what they really are underneath. And a lot of Mormons, I'm not going to say all Mormons, many Mormons in Utah are Zionists. So
They go way back though. With
yeah, they're
with
hand
the
in hand.
friends
They're
overseas.
brother and sister, more or less.
Yeah.
So if it comes between them supporting like a Christian or Catholic faith, or spinning around and just bowing down to what they want overseas, which way do you think they're probably going to go? I'm not
Yeah.
going to say for sure they're going to go that way, but which way do you think they'll lean?
And
You know
thank
what
you
I mean?
for sending this to me, Wisha. Mr. Keller currently serves on the National Advisory Board. Can you read that, please? I
Yeah.
want to put my glasses on.
Yeah. Mr. Keller currently serves on the National Advisory Board for the Woodbury School of Business at Utah Valley University, which we all know. He's got a building named after him at UVU.
Scott
Their
Keller
family does.
building, yeah.
Yes. The Scott C. Keller Business Building was dedicated and opened on campus on January of 2022. Mr. Keller has served on the chairman of the Utah American Diabetes Association, as well as in various positions with numerous philanthropic causes, such as Charity Vision, Operation Underground Railroad, AMAR, Second Chance for Youth, and Empower Mali. Mr. Keller remains significantly active in political community hosting and I can barely read that. Chairing multiple fundraising campaigns, creating a platform of influence of presidential, federal, and state candidates. Mr. Keller and his wife, Karen, live in Utah and have been married since 1976. They got 5 children, 17 grandchildren,
Wow.
and counting.
But yeah, Snoop's. I think Snoop said something here. Oh wait, I'm missing so many messages. Oh, okay. So, and this is me, Anne Marie. But is that your handle name? Okay. I'm gonna check it in a second. Just behind in some messages here.
I saw some
So
very aggressive trash panda talk.
so those pesky trash pandas. Oh my gosh. Okay. So there is a connection between the Keller, Ballard. I mean, this is everything is all going like into like a perfect
Mhm.
puzzle, let's just say. Um Frank Turek, I just played the video. I don't know if someone said something about Frank here. Yeah, he's everywhere, isn't he?
Everywhere.
He's everywhere. So, this Angel Media Studios, I still gotta, right? We're not done with this. This is still needs more researching, I think. I can't really
Yes.
stress that enough. But the Keller and the Tim Ballard and the Victor Marks and the Mormons and I mean was Charlie, I think that's what Snoop said, was Charlie
Yeah.
a Mormon?
No.
No, I
No,
don't think
no.
he was.
No, that's not what he was saying.
Isn't that what he said?
Freemason.
Mason connect.
Freemason.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, well, that's what a lot of people think.
Mormonism is linked to Freemasonry. I wonder if Charlie was a secret society member.
That's
Was it?
that's I was trying to look for that comment.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying.
Yes.
They said he was, right?
Well,
He said he was.
And even if he wasn't, once you get to a certain point in your career, business, and financial status, even if you're not, they're going to approach you. They're going to try to get you into their club. So let's say, for argument's sake, he wasn't. Let's just say he wasn't, right? If he was still alive, eventually he'd be approached. And I don't know what he would say. I never knew him. But you will get approached once you reach a certain status.
And Wisha did send me something else as well thank you so much, Wisha. These are all the investors. Look how many. BlackRock, Big Fund, Vanguard Capital, Diversify, Wealth, Harvest. A lot of investors in this. State Street Corp, Polar Asset, World Investment Advisors. There's a whole lot of them. Iron Gate Global Advisors, Vertron Fund. Thank you for sending me this. Lots of investors for the Angel studio.
Yep.
I just want to hop in quickly. Get crunk and listen. You said, sir or ma'am, I don't know what you are, but you said give me a week and you would like to dig on some of that CK info. You got to get it out of books. Absolutely. I don't know if you're in any of the discords that we're in. If you are, you can drop it there. If not, you can always email Allie. I dropped her email in the chat. Or if you know somebody else who we know, you can give the information to them.
Yeah.
It'll get out there if you do. I just wanted to take a second and shout that out.
Yeah. Okay, next I'm going to move on.
You'll be the broadest audience
So
possible.
I love this video.
yeah.
You want to lead into it, or do you know what this video is?
That is the Harmon Brothers.
Yes. It's a really
That is the
cool
one.
it's a cool video. I thought it was I thought it was funny. They're all saying the same thing. I'll just play it, and you'll hear Glenn Beck say he's a Mormon too. I think it's in this one.
You'll be the broadest audience possible. And we need the commercially broadest audience possible.
So you can be Christian, you can be Jewish, you can be Muslim, you can be agnostic, you can be Buddhist. It doesn't matter. You're getting a lesson about life and calling you out. What kind of human being are you, and do you really care about humanity?
I love the fact that I get to say that to a couple of fairly upright Mormons.
Get 2 free tickets to see King of Kings and join the Angel Guild as a premium member at angel.com/Kirk.
We've created what's called the Angel Guild. And the Angel Guild is this group of over 200,000 people and growing very rapidly who basically get to be the gatekeepers to all Angel content.
Join the Angel Guild now at angel.com/Charlie.
And so the Angel Guild, for example, you had 1,000+ people who randomly were sampled. They saw Sound of Freedom. They loved it. They got it out to the world, and it's now been seen by well over 60 million people on our best estimates.
And we have made such incredible progress at such a fast, rapid rate.
Hold on.
We are making good moves.
He's a part of it too. He's a director in one of the films that they're doing.
Yep.
With the Angel Studios. He's a director. It just said that.
That doesn't surprise me. Look at that ticker on the bottom right. Does that
Yes.
surprise you?
Oh my God, this? Where? What are you talking about?
Never mind. I said what I said. I just said what I said.
This?
Yeah.
Okay, because you don't want to say it. So I'm just saying
No,
like
no, no.
this. So just agree. Is
Yes.
this?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So yeah, he literally said the Sound of Hope or Hope or something. He was the director.
Sound of Hope.
Yeah. Okay. So he's in it too.
Beast now. You don't need to go to Hollywood anymore.
You get to be the alternative to the Hollywood gatekeepers, and that membership could be one of the most powerful things an individual can do today to influence
To
the
change
culture,
the
for their children and
Yeah.
grandchildren.
So if you believe in changing the culture,
To change the culture, that's going to change the culture and is going to change the world.
We're trying to help change the world.
Trying to change the world.
To change the world.
Change the world.
Change the world.
And change the world.
I believe we can change the world to a certain extent.
To where it looks more like we believe it should for our children and our grandchildren.
But you do think that this culture is turning a corner?
I really do think we're getting there. I think it's a new wave of positive energy coming back. And
he was wearing an angel shirt, and people would walk up to him left and right and say, they like pull out a cross, or they'd pull out their script, a little scripture verse, and be like, "We're on your side."
God's putting us in this position to make entertainment for everyone. I heard him say, "Make entertainment for me." I heard him say, "Make entertainment for me." And I could feel the water just get hot, and I could feel this flush go through my body. I'm like, did I just actually hear that?
This is the kind of thing that you need to get involved with.
Did he just say that? What did he say? Did he just say, I felt it?
Yeah.
I felt it.
I also think it's funny. He's like, we're creating.
I heard him say, "Make entertainment for me."
I heard Jesus say, make entertainment for me.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, like, I find it ironic they created Angel Media to get away from the horrible thing of Hollywood, which is run by our friends overseas, to go to Angel Media, which is run by our friends overseas. So I just find this bizarre. Like, what did you actually do besides spread out the same crap to more places?
By the way, his eyes scare me.
And I could feel the water just get hot, and I could feel this flush go through my body. I'm like, did I just actually hear that?
This is the kind of thing that you need to get involved with.
Our good friends at Angel Studios. Good friends at Angel Studios.
We're Latter-day Saints or Mormons.
Half my team is Mormon. Terrell's a Mormon. Andrew's a Mormon.
The amazing LDS faith.
I'm Mormon.
We need a strong Mormon church back in this country.
We're all in it together. We all have different names for different things, but we're all related when you really think about it. We should just root for each other more.
Bible sales have gone up 21% in America.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's great. That's a good sign.
Yeah, because Charlie passed. That's all they talk. I talk about it on one of my other. Was it the Charlie Kirk effect? Yeah.
Yep.
Bible sales and attendance.
Yeah.
That's called the Charlie Kirk effect.
Yeah, but it's not the real churches or real Bibles, which is the sad part.
And he's Mormon.
Yeah.
He looks very much so there.
Looks like he's gonna ride a horse. I don't know what he's doing. What is he doing? What is this? What are you doing? What is all this gear you got on? Okay.
Good sign.
That's a great sign.
Yeah.
Love
All right.
that sign.
Grab your tickets now at angel.com/Beck.
Check out King of Kings in theaters this Easter.
Do you see how they use Charlie to promote everything?
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. I know it's sad.
What is Mark saying in the chat? Mark saying something. He was constantly freaking me out after I got I don't know what they're talking about in the chat. You guys all talking about something? I have no idea. But you sent it to my ex and my email. Am I following you yet? Or I will check it. I will check it. Okay. So next, what do we got here? This is just like the write-up of kind of what we talked about. There's the films are here. So you guys can screenshot this. I'm not going to read it all. It says here when it was founded. This is just like everything. If you guys want to like do your research, right, love?
Yep.
So these are some of the films, and then this is like the history. So if you guys want to like screenshot that, or you want to talk about it briefly, love, let me know before I move on.
I just want to note the one thing on the other page. It says controversial business practices. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that?
Item 4 on the right page.
This one?
Yeah.
Pay it forward ticket model.
And political partnerships conflict with faith-based branding. Interesting. Specifically, Angel Studios partnered with the Daily Wire.
Ben Shapiro, it says
yes.
Ben Shapiro for distribution of
it
everything.
Does. It's a
So
right-wing media company founded by Ben Shapiro for distribution.
yeah, so Daily Wire is distributing Angel Studios stuff.
Okay, so what does that tell you? I think that should tell you everything.
They're all related.
Yeah, it's a web. It's just a web,
A
and
web.
every little strand of the web, you tug on it and you see what's at the other end, right? It's like all these people are always in the same orbits. Like even if there's no direct link, they're all together on something. Like they're always interested in the same things, a part of the same things, investing in the same things.
So I just read Ben Shapiro's company, Daily Wire, partnered with Angel Studios in 2024.
Hold on, that was the year Candace left too, right? Daily Wire.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
So Candace left, then they made the partnership with Angel Studios, which Charlie started to promote. Is that correct?
Yeah, Charlie was promoting it.
Okay.
That video that you just played, it's like one of those bad jokes, because the guy that you said that has spooky eyes too
Yes.
is Neil McDonough. He is Catholic, so it's like the bad joke. Mormon, a Christian, and a Catholic walk into a bar.
Oh my gosh.
It's like,
Oh, it is unbelievable. It's just crazy. Thank you so much. Girl Friday on Tuesday.
That's a
I love-
wicked name.
I love that. I love that. One of your funniest things I've ever seen in my life is the AI that Glenn Beck created recently called Al George Washington, and he said he talked to it. You got to go check it out. Did I see that? I think I know what you're talking about.
So it's an AI Glenn Beck and George Washington having a convo.
I
That's
think
kind
I've
of funny.
seen that. Send it to me again. How am I
Thank-
going to find that?
Thank you very much for that super chat. Girl Friday on Tuesday. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm going to do a membership live soon. So it's literally us versus them.
Yeah.
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 What it feels like. Everybody's saying yes.
Yeah.
Show with the reality check.
And the thing which I don't think they expected is I think they thought they were going to be trying to take the U.S. down from inside. And I don't think they realized how many people around the world would stand up and scream, "This is wrong. This
Yeah.
isn't right."
Yeah.
I think they underestimated how hard United States citizens would fight and how hard the rest of the world would fight them as well, standing beside our friends in the United States. And I don't think they were prepared for any of this that's going on right now. And I think they underestimated everybody big
Yeah.
time.
So yeah, so Ben Shapiro is a part of it.
He was a bartender.
24.
And as a distributor, you know he's probably got a say on what kind of content they're distributing, right? Usually distributors get a little bit of pull that way.
You pull it up on the screen just so I have it for my actual reference for my show. I'm going to pull it up now. So this is interesting because if Ben Shapiro's involved in this,
When's he not involved?
right? Like,
He's always got his grease paws into all kinds of stuff.
what
And
do
if
you
it's not
think about
him,
that?
it's one of his friends.
What does everybody think about that? Okay, adding it to the stage here. So, Angel Studios
No.
walked into a bar mitzvah.
Listen to that. Based on a true story of a Texas church that adopted 77 vulnerable children. What?
Yeah, I said I wanted to talk to you about that. We got to talk
Yeah.
about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
we have to. It needs to be discussed.
Yeah.
Based on the true story of a Texas church that adopted 77. Why are these Texas churches doing this? Why are all these adoption agencies all over the place there?
I don't know. And then I just look at everything that Like there's some very sus people that live in Texas.
I mean, and there's some good people too. I'm not saying,
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not
I'm not
yeah,
saying that
yeah,
either, but I'm just looking at where some really horrible people are and where they live.
yeah,
A bunch of them just seem to be there,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm just going by what I've learned and what other people have revealed, and it's bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you look at who's running the state, and you're like, oh, okay.
And it's very interesting that whenever you hear people that are involved in supposedly, allegedly helping, protecting, rescuing, when they are asked, can you give us a name? No, everybody's protected.
Yeah.
Like we're not going to tell you where anybody is. So there's no stories coming out
True. Very true.
from the survivors. Does that
Yes.
sound familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're like, no one's. It's like they bring out the files, they bring out the other files, the alien files, and then it's everything is a distraction from
Yep.
the first thing,
Yep.
and we need to still be talking about the e-files still.
And
Still.
and you want to know what's interesting is we were watching Valhalla VFT today, and he actually said, "This is what Trump's presidency is going to be: one distraction after another for the next 3 years, just so that we don't look at the files."
Hold on, stop the lights. Lilligan, Angel is what all the older LDS is streaming. One of my mom's boyfriend is that best friends. One of my mom's BF will only watch Angel on the LDS channel. It's crazy. Okay, if you don't know, Lilligan is in Utah, and I trust what you're saying.
Mhm.
Wow, that's interesting. That's the only thing they'll watch. Interesting.
Yep.
Wow.
That's very interesting. And girl, on Friday in 2026, reports came out that the actor Jonathan Majors fell through a glass window during the filming of a movie produced by Dallas company Bonfire Legend in partnership with the Daily Wire. Whoa.
Bang.
Yeah.
Whoa. What happened then? Is he okay? I wonder. Definitely, I agree with this, Buffy. I agree. Allegedly agree. Is that what we're gonna say?
Allegedly, maybe,
Allegedly.
perhaps.
Allegedly agree,
Maybe,
perhaps.
perhaps.
So this is very interesting, as Erica would say. This is so interesting. And what's interesting is Victor Marx is friends with Tim Ballard. So
Yep.
interesting. And then, anyways, we're gonna move on. Oh yeah, we got this. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm done with life. Today I'm done. So
Yeah.
we're almost done the
This
show
is
now.
brutal.
This is brutal, and I think I bring it up on every Pastor Sunday. If you guys know me, I talk about the martyrs. Okay, there must be a martyr group chat somewhere, because as soon as Charlie passed, they all called him a martyr. Erica, Andrew, all the pastors, everybody called him that. And I just looked up on the TPSA website, and this is a new sweater, new hoodie. Look what it says. The tyrant dies and his rule is over, and the martyr dies and his rule has just begun. What's
Wow.
your thoughts? They just put this there. I'm grossed out. This wasn't there before.
It's amazing how they're milking the cow.
Yeah. And how they
Praying.
said it in the beginning, and now they're selling like a hoodie.
Yeah. Yeah. Praying on your emotions. Praying on you being good. That is
Who
the
would
difference
buy this?
between them and us. And that's why
Yeah.
they prey on us.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. That gave me
I'm
the
done.
chills.
I'm done with this stuff. I'm done with this stuff. I'll show you. So that gave you chills. So remember what this said, martyr. Okay.
Hmm.
Right after he passed, from 3 weeks onward, and right immediately, they all called him a martyr.
Yep.
See if I have the video ready to go. No, I have
Right on.
this. Make heaven
Oh.
crowded. They have a new hat.
Oh.
Well done. Well done, good sir. Well done, good and faithful servant.
Oh.
I'll have to tell you this because I have a very good memory. This saying has been deleted off a post a pastor said. Like it was Charlie Kirk's assignment, and he's throwing hats in heaven now. And it's just bizarre. You delete this, and then I see it on a shirt.
Yeah.
But I still have the post, and I screen recorded it and everything. But it's just odd. Why would you delete something if you're saying something nice about Charlie? Like, there's no reason to delete it. But he was done his assignment. Good, well done, your faithful servant. Like, that's what he said. So, like, now they have it on a shirt, guys. Okay. Even though it is a bit. What's that? $79 for the hat. No, that's for the crew neck. Sorry, $57
Well,
for
either
the hat.
way, $57 for a hat
Yeah.
that says "Make Heaven Crowded." So
Yes.
people on the street that don't know anything will go like, "Oh, get away from me!
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
like,
want to go to
if you're
heaven yet."
wearing that, somebody be like, "What? What?"
Yeah, not yet.
It's so true. I would not wear a t-shirt or a hat that's like that said that.
Nope.
Guys, now we're gonna get into so you saw this, the martyr, like, wow, this is crazy. And then I'm gonna play you the video now. Yeah, I think it's coming up now. Here we go.
Now and for all eternity, he will stand at his Savior's side, wearing the glorious crown of a martyr.
Today we celebrate the life of Charlie Kirk, a 31-year-old God-fearing Christian man, a husband, a father too, a patriot, a civil rights activist, and now a Christian martyr. The blood of the martyrs is the seed of the church. It birthed the church. It's only fitting that a martyr would awaken the church.
What is happening is Charlie Kirk closed his eyes when an assassin's bullet took his life. He opened his eyes and he saw the face of Jesus Christ. He saw the smile of Jesus Christ because he is now a martyr, following in the example of his God and Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He heard Jesus Christ say, "Well done, good and faithful servant."
But in accordance with Revelation 6:11, he's wearing the white robe of a martyr. You see, when a martyr dies, his power dies. Excuse me.
What did you say?
When a tyrant dies, his power dies. Power! But when a martyr dies, his power multiplies.
Charlie's assassin thought that he could steal and silence his voice by putting a bullet in his neck. In the words of Soren Kierkegaard, the tyrant dies and his rule is over. The martyr dies and his rule has just begun.
Wait till I see how his death will glorify me. And to witness the amazing power of Christian martyrdom, I mean, I wish it hadn't happened. Boy, I wish it hadn't happened. But to see the fires being lit because of the power of his faith and the power of everyone else's faith was truly, truly remarkable. We've never witnessed anything like that in this country.
Yeah.
What is the definition of a martyr? Where do we get that word? What's it come from?
So martyr is anchored in the original Greek word that means witness. And so it's someone who gave clear witness to something. So when we use the word martyr in relationship to a Christian martyr, it's someone who was faithful in their clear and uncompromising witness and explanation of the gospel, and more specifically, Jesus Christ.
But you could also make that as a witness of the truth of the American principles, could you not?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because I think Charlie Kirk was a witness of both. And I got to tell you, I told Erica the other day when I saw her, it was hard for me to say this to her. I couldn't imagine a better way to go out than the way Charlie did. And I don't mean the way they killed him. I mean, by witnessing, having the words coming out of your mouth just 3 sentences before witnessing Jesus Christ, and then witnessing to the truth to a group of people that were starving for it, and then to be taken out. I mean, if that's not a swift elevator or escalator ride right up to the top, I don't know what is.
What did you say?
Was Jesus in a gunfight?
No.
Was Jesus pulling swords on people?
No.
Jesus went to the cross like a lamb to the slaughter.
Mm-hmm.
That's a martyr. Charlie's a martyr. Charlie was wanting to hear what Hunter wanted to ask him.
So I personally believe you can't separate the two. He was a man assassinated, and he was a martyr, and I see no contradiction in that.
He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith.
Charlie Kirk was the Abraham of our times. I know that people are going to say, Abraham, yes. What did Abraham do? He was one individual in a world where they were throwing their children into volcanoes, and he challenged everybody, come to my tent, let's talk. Judaism began on ideas. Judaism began on education. The whole world's religions, the basic religions, all came from conversation in a tent. Charlie Kirk never got angry at anybody. Abraham never got angry at anybody. Look what Abraham built. Now look at these 3,000 people. You just killed their main guy. Do you see rioting in the streets? Do you see anybody going across America saying we're going to go, no justice, no peace? No. You know what they're all doing? They're all talking about how can we make America better? How can we become better? And that is the threat to the other side.
So that was my video that I put together of the group chat of martyrs, because I don't know what else to call it.
Yeah, well, they've definitely had a conversation about it because they're all talking the same points, right?
I mean,
exactly the same.
Yeah,
They're just echo chambering each other.
exactly. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. And I think we are done. Let's see what else I got. I think I have one more video. Hold on. Yes.
When the soul of this nation
I have her. And then I'm done. So I want everybody to, thank my guest, Love and Compassion, for coming today. Obviously, this needs to be, talked about further. We just scratched the surface, to be fair.
Thank you for having me. I had a blast.
Yeah, it was fun.
Thank you so much for coming on and for sharing all your research. And just so people know, she's been working on this for a while behind the scenes, and she's been really working hard. So thank you so much for sharing all your hard work with us and with our audience. We really appreciate you. Love and compassion. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for giving me the platform. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I put your link in the chat. Go give her a follow, please, everyone. And we are done. I'm just gonna say goodnight to all you now, and Jesus loves you. Thank you, my Flamingo Mafias. As you know, I love flamingos, so someone told me to. You guys are gonna be my Flamingo Mafia. So I think it's what Scotty said, or I don't know who said it.
If I may, thank you so much for everybody in the chat. I've been part of your chat and your Flamingo Mafia for a while. I love you all. Thank you for being my friends too. And that's it. You said the other day that you struggle with the number 5. I haven't been able to hit 500 subscribers. I'm stuck at 490.
Come on, everybody, get her to 5. I don't like 5. Get her.
Sorry that I'm
but it's not your bad
advertising.
number, it's mine.
Well,
Right?
apparently it's mine as well. But thank you
will-
so much.
Yes, you're
Our
welcome.
pleasure. Our pleasure. And anytime you have information you want to share, you always have a place on our channel.
Yes.
Okay, I'm asking people to subscribe to my channel. I haven't even said what it is about. I am on a mission. I want to upload every single chapter of the Bible to YouTube so you can read it from your screen. That is what I'm doing. I'm
That's amazing.
taking, like putting a nice background music and just typing it in. It helps me. It's been helping me a lot because now I'm reading the Bible and I want to share that with everybody. That's what I'm
Thank
doing.
you.
So
Thank you for doing that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And it's great to be able to get all the scriptures in one place from a person that, you can trust. So, I appreciate that as a Christian, and I hope others do as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on again. And this was great information. So everybody, if you just joined now, just go back and rewind because we're just scratching the surface, and maybe we need to do a part 2 because now we're finding out Ben Shapiro's part of the Angel Studios as well.
Yeah.
So this is bizarre. Anyways, lots of people subscribed, so let's get her.
Thank
Oh,
you.
it says 496. Come on, guys.
4 more.
Well, she needs 4 more.
4 more. 4 more subs, guys.
4 more. Because if she gets to 500, then she can go live, right? Isn't that what it is? I forgot.
I do not know, but I know that I need to hit it.
97. 497.
Come on, guys.
Come
3
on,
more. Let's
get her.
get 3 more for love.
Come on,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Come on.
Thank
can
you,
do it, everybody.
Adrian.
Come on, everybody.
I saw Scotty and a couple other people subbed as well.
How many people do we have in this chat here?
498.
Okay.
We're so close. We're so
Come
close.
on, everybody.
Come on, guys. Let's help out Love and Compassion. Come on, guys.
Come
We
on.
can do it. Anybody else? 2 more.
That's her YouTube channel there.
I'm
put it
gonna
there,
cry.
guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Because I think you need a whole bunch of watch hour time.
As well.
Yep.
You need a certain
Yep.
amount of.
And you need 500 to start the process of
Yeah.
going live and everything. It is kind of grueling in the beginning. I have to say,
Yes.
I remember that.
I want to. I mean,
Monetize.
I'm not gonna lie.
Monetize the 500, yeah.
Monetize
Yeah.
would be really nice, but it's not only that; it's the reach that you get. If you're a
Yes.
really, really small
Yes,
channel, you don't
Yeah.
get out there, and that is what I want to do.
Yeah. And I think you need to go live. I forgot what it was. Do you need a whole bunch of watch time hours? How do you go? What is the?
It's both.
It's both. It's
you
both.
need both.
Okay.
Mhm.
I remember that when you were chasing it. You need
Yeah.
both.
I was on it. I was just like, oh, I need this. And I kept on pumping out videos. So,
Yep.
and it helped me. And I pumped out also short videos, long videos. I made videos. I did anything that I could to, and then posted on X because that kind of helps too, or Instagram or whatever. 400 watch hours. Okay. No, isn't it more than that? You got it. They said you hit 500.
Ooh.
Woo!
Can you zip over to her page and check?
Let me check.
You have the link in the chat. You can just click it. Right?
501.
There we
501.
go.
Thank you.
Right on.
Thank you so
501.
much.
There you go.
There we go.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, chat. This is
Thank
a
you.
great community. I am so happy to be a part of this community. It's just totally awesome. Thank you so much for showing her so much love. After all, Love and Compassion brought the info.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
And we
From
got to
the
do.
bottom of my heart. Thank you.
You're welcome. And we got to do another one because I said to you I wanted to work on something else with you, right? So
Yes.
we got to do more. And yeah, ADN is in the chat. She has you have a burner. You have another channel?
Yeah.
Oh, she did 2.
There we go.
Awesome. 502. Awesome.
Awesome.
Yes.
Right
I'm glad it
on.
happened on live
Yay.
stream. That's awesome.
Thank
It
you
is
so
lots of
much.
work. I'm so happy that everybody comes to watch. Okay, so she is breaking it down here. You need 4,000 valid public watch hours on your long form videos
Yes, I remember that.
alongside 1,000 subscribers. So you need 1,000. So what's the 500 for? Is it nothing? Nothing then.
Well, no, 1,000 I think is to be monetized.
Okay.
So I believe the difference between monetizing and going live is different. And I
Okay.
think that's just the issue.
Yeah.
Oh, 500's for supers.
Oh.
Ooh. I'm
So
gonna
you can get supers now. Can you go live, Love and Compassion, or no, not yet?
Honestly,
Fill
I
up the
don't
check.
know.
Yeah.
Fill
Okay.
up the check.
I will check.
But I am gonna test to see if I can send her a super. I'm gonna do that either tonight or tomorrow when I wake up.
Okay.
No,
You can go live.
thank you.
You can go live with
I can go
500.
live. Ooh.
So you don't have to. You can just you don't have to show your face if you don't want to. You just can use your emoji and just go live.
Yep.
And bring up content and do because when you go live, you get more people watching you.
ADN is right. You can go live before because we were able to do that
Yes,
too.
we were. We couldn't get supers or anything, but we did go live, and it did help my channel a lot. Even
Okay.
though I wasn't monetized, I couldn't get super chats or anything, but going live helped me. So I'm just putting it out there. If you want to grow your channel,
Mhm.
you should go live.
I will.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you,
You
everybody,
are
so much.
welcome. And this is it for me tonight. I'm going to end off with Miss Paula White, and everybody have a fabulous rest of your whatever's left of Sunday. I love you all, and
Good night.
good night. Yeah.
Good
Christ is
night.
king.
Thank you for watching, and
Christ
rewind
is
and watch
king.
it again. Yes, Christ is King, and thank you everybody so much again.
Was tested. The abolition movement did not rise from politics alone. It emerged in the wake of the Second Great Awakening, a spiritual revival that swept across our nation and called America back to God, to repentance, and to the truth that every human being is created in His image. From churches, prayer gatherings, and camp meetings, a moral conviction began to awaken in the conscience of the nation. And many of the voices God used were women of faith who prayed, taught, organized, wrote, marched, and courageously stood against the evil of slavery when silence would have been easier. They understood that faith was not meant to remain within the church walls, but to shape the moral character of a nation. Courageous believers, men and women alike, were compelled by scripture and conscience to stand for righteousness, even at great personal cost. Abraham Lincoln would later call America to a new birth of freedom. But Lincoln understood true freedom cannot survive apart from moral truth and dependence upon Almighty God. Today, as we approach America's 250th anniversary, we are reminded that every generation must decide what it will honor, what it will defend, and under whose authority it will live. Freedom is never sustained by power alone. It is sustained by faith, virtue, courage, and humility before God. As we rededicate this nation, may America once again seek God sincerely, uphold the dignity of every human life boldly, and remember the timeless truth of Scripture. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless the United States of America.